up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hope you enjoyed your off weekend. Not bye weekend, off weekend. There's no buys until the postseason.
Correct.
I'll get that figured out.
Tooth Greg that gave us that information.
Shout out to Greg. That was a great tidbit by him. A great idea. It was just an off weekend.
Buys are for brackets.
They are for brackets. Yes. They're for
Josh's
brackets.
hair.
Josh, I told him before the show, can you lend me some hair? Like, I'm running low over here. I'm going to hat for the show from now on, I think.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I go to hat for the first part and take it off.
No, I sent you guys a picture over the weekend of me triple fisting some beers at a wedding.
Yes,
I want to hear about your guys' weekend.
I saw the hair. I said I can't do it anymore. I got to go hat the whole time.
Oh, I didn't even notice you had a hat on.
I didn't have no. I said I have to go hat.
So thought the wedding you had the hat on.
I don't know. Maybe you go hat.
No, I said
gotten a little strange.
I got to wear a hat because of the hair situation. So until that changes,
who's starting with their weekend first?
I think Bill should go first.
Yeah, tell us about your weekend. How was the dog? How was
Sugar?
Sugar is
Gigi.
Sugar's doing outstanding and pretty incredible. We got up to had to go to an event.
Yes,
an event.
So we got to our cabin on Thursday night. And the wind was out of the east, blowing 40 miles an hour. We got over 7 inches of rain. 7 inches.
Bill called me.
It was the most incredible weather I've ever seen in my life. It was, and when we drove up there, my sister and brother-in-law, Schindler's, kept saying, "Wow, the weather here is unbelievable." We're like going, "It's fine. There's no rain." Until we got within 2 miles of the cabin, and then it rained it rained for 8 straight hours. It was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Up by Niobrara, Nebraska.
Niobrara.
Yes. It was an incredible time.
How did Sugar handle
that? What's that? Sugar handled it just fine. She was in the back seat sleeping. Yes. Did not faze her one bit. Was very happy. And she likes to see Schindler. Sugar likes Schindler a lot.
Makes sense.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. He's the most fun guy in the world. After all his promotions every day.
I forgot about all that.
Every day. Yeah.
But he closes it down on weekends.
Closes it down on the weekend.
Yeah. He has fun.
There's something he works some Saturdays though. He'll like I said, that's what really when the live bait business through the drive-through works the best for him. That's their best sales.
He's got it made.
He's the man. He's the man. He's the man.
So what about Gigi?
What's that? Gigi was there was no game or no dance this weekend.
Oh no!
So she was kind of off.
Wow.
She was on. She had
break. An off weekend too.
She had basically had an off weekend. Yes, to kind of get herself right. So a lot of things going on. A lot of things. What'd you do, Steve?
Nothing. Jake. Now Jake.
You didn't do anything at all?
I mean, I did a lot. Nothing all that interesting for the listeners. But what about, how was the wedding?
It was great. I went to Milwaukee. I love the city of Milwaukee. Big fan. Always have been. It's a great city. Lots to do. It's right by the water. Now, the weather was terrible. The weather was absolutely terrible. It was.
You guys had bad weather.
Well, I mean, it rained probably the last 4 hours to Milwaukee. So you're talking about half the drive, basically. And I drove out there.
I can see you manning the ship. I see you taking over.
No, people want to know that people did offer to drive. I said I'd like to drive. It's my car. I like to drive my car there and back. So it was.
Bill likes to drive too.
I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. People did offer to drive. I just said no. I'm good. I'll take this the whole way. So I'm not trying to be proud of it.
Got a breaker across the street.
Don't do that.
We do a breaker. Yeah, look at that. Love it. But Milwaukee was great.
Okay, so what was the deal?
I was telling Bill, though, that
what was the occasion?
It was a wedding for my cousin.
Cousin
wedding. Cousin Power, right? That was once of Bill's thrills.
Oh yeah,
Cousin Power.
Cousin Power.
Yeah, the power of cousins.
So the sad thing was that we took our pilot and we put 6 people in it. So it was me, Elizabeth, my mom, dad, aunt, and uncle. I didn't have any room for beer.
That's awesome.
That's
So
tight. I mean, I
go
get
to
it. That's
Wisconsin.
tight.
That's really tight.
You go to Wisconsin, you
That's
want to bring back
bonding.
like 6 cases of spotted cow. I brought back 1 12-pack. It's all I could fit.
That's
The
okay.
car was packed
Elizabeth couldn't carry a case of beer on her lap.
for 8
I mean,
hours.
yeah.
Couldn't you just
Come on,
mandate
this
that
is for the
everybody
team.
does?
This is for the team.
Why do you not?
here.
Why do you not have a overhead
Just strap it on top?
strap-on car carrier
Because,
type of
hey,
thing?
You strap the beer up there or strap
Yeah.
everything else?
You
Strap
could.
the
That's
beer
not a
on
bad
top.
idea. That's not a bad idea. Do you have
Not
a
a bad
strap up
idea.
there, don't you?
What's that?
Do you have one on that chair? On
I
that
don't know. I
Cherokee?
bet I do. I could have strapped something
That's a
on
Cherokee
there.
you
I think
got?
I could have got one up there.
Is that Cherokee?
Yeah, Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
get in a lot of them. They're nice. I see them all the
No.
time. I just get in and sit down.
I think it's a tragedy to bring back a 12-pack of spotted cow. That's all I brought back. from
It's not a
Wisconsin.
tragedy.
And I really had no other. I mean, there was no room besides that unless people were holding it or putting it, on the ground and
In
I'm
the,
trying to
in,
make
in the
room that
movie
way.
Vacation, he put his grandma on there that had passed away.
That's right.
They strapped her onto the top of the car
they did.
on the
They
family
handled that
on
well.
the family truck
Yeah,
on the green station wagon they had.
yeah,
Strapped her on top.
they did. So Wisconsin was great though. Drank a lot of spotted cow. Drank a lot of other beers.
You told me I have a quote that you said that there would be your last 30 minutes on the dance floor were so epic.
There
There will
they
be
were
a
epic.
documentary written
Yeah,
about you.
yeah,
You told me.
yeah.
What did you
I
do?
crushed several songs up there. The whole floor, the whole place was watching.
Really?
And this wasn't Copperhead Road either.
No.
Copperhead Road was not
What
a part
was
of this.
Did it ever
What
show
was it?
up? Did Copperhead Road ever show
No,
up?
it never made it. No,
That's incredible.
I crushed a couple line dances out there that were
Yeah.
not Copperhead Road.
Did you?
YMCA got after that
Okay,
one too.
nice.
I do the
Nice.
whole thing.
Did the whole thing.
Oh yeah, all of it. Yeah, I love that one.
If there's anyone you want to have at your wedding, it's
That's
Jake
me.
Sorensen.
Yeah, well, we have a good time. I don't hold back.
I mean, when he came to my daughter's wedding, it'd have been easy because Elizabeth was
she's out of town.
that was back when you guys really weren't even talking. So
Yeah.
she was out of town.
Worst time.
Yeah, worst times. And so she was out of town. So you generally think that Jake would come, show up, and just kind of have his back against the wall, and just kind of,
No.
not
Nope,
at all. He participated.
No,
He's
I
a
did.
full participant.
But here's the thing: that one, I went from talking one moment, like I got to go, not to the bathroom, but to the dance floor.
The dance floor, yes.
I had to go.
So
So
you this
similar
was
last time,
Okay.
similar than Saturday.
How
yeah,
big
just-
was this wedding?
Yeah.
I would say 130 people, not huge.
Was there
A really big banquet area, but not, everybody's spaced out, which I kind of like that. I had my own room to breathe and think.
A big banquet.
what was the food treat of the
Oh
of
my
the-
God.
What was the
The
thing
food.
that stood out? Like this was the one thing that stood out to me.
Well, let me say this: you get to the cocktail hour at the wedding reception, which is like in it's called the St. Kate. It's like it's a art museum. It's massive in downtown Milwaukee. Beautiful,
Dang.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a stunning place. But you walk in and like there's people serving you food. Like this is
food on a tray.
this is before the meal sip. You walk in and like, would you like some shrimp? I would like some shrimp.
Yes, I did.
Would you like some empanada? I would like an empanada.
What
Thank
is
you.
I don't even know what an empanada
It's like
is.
a pastry of it.
Okay.
That's a bad word. It's a meat, like a runza, basically.
Okay.
A small runza.
Small
Yeah.
ones.
I
Empanada.
tell you one
I
thing
would
you'd
like
love
an
to have.
empanada.
Can you imagine
I
walking?
know what an epidural is.
It's not. It didn't have
What an
that.
epidural.
It was not that.
You
That'd be incredible. What if everybody got epidurals?
right when you walk in.
Right, you walked in. I feel nothing. You guys want a cocktail?
No.
Give me the epidural.
So at this point, you walk in though, and there's a full bar, but there's two options off the bat. Before you get to the bar, you can either get an old fashioned or a margarita. So
God.
you would have been in
Please
heaven.
tell me you got a brandy old fashioned.
I got
Here
a
in Wisconsin.
I got a brandy old fashioned.
Would they
You know
have
what?
slapped it out of his
They
hand?
would have slapped it out of your
I didn't
hand.
mind it. I'm not really into that like old fashioned ever,
Okay,
but
you gotta-
I didn't mind the old
it's
fashioned.
You got to
incredible.
review that. Now, what's
Yeah.
the deal with old fashioned? What is the deal if you order the wrong? What's
Yeah,
the
if-
wrong kind?
The wrong kinds of bourbon
Okay.
in Wisconsin. Generally, over across the world, if you order an old fashioned, you're going to get bourbon.
But
in Wisconsin, it's
I'm
brandy.
I'm quite positive it was brandy.
Yeah, I
Quite
guarantee it
positive.
was.
It was
I guarantee it
delicious,
was.
and that's probably why I liked
per
it.
capita, Wisconsin drinks more brandy than any place in the world.
Does it?
True story. Yeah, true.
I'm being told it was actually a martini, not a margarita. I didn't drink it. So
Yeah, I'd be
Old-fashioned-
surprised if they
old
serve
fashioned
margarita.
and martinis off the
Yeah,
bat,
martini
not
makes
margarita.
sense. Margarita would not make sense to me.
Not in this setting at
No.
all.
So, well, thank you for. Yeah, I got it. corrected.
Milwaukee.
Martini.
Yes.
and-
Milwaukee.
But yeah, it's the fact they were like just serving. Yeah, here's some shrimp for you, empanada. Then you go inside. You could either have white fish which you would love that. Sip. You love white fish,
Yeah, I do.
or a braised short rib, which was tender as hell.
Oh,
in a
I would
good
have
way.
got the braised short
I
rib.
feel like it was
Almighty.
delightful. It was delightful.
What about was
Was
there
there a-
any talk about Dame Lillard up there? You guys,
no.
I'm just going to start bringing up.
Can I say this though? There is Giannis stuff all over that city, as there should be. Antetokounmpo, the freak.
Good job, Jake.
And I told you guys, Antetokounmpo. I texted you guys. You recall the story a few weeks ago? We talked about the bar in Milwaukee that pays tabs if the Jets lose a football game.
Really?
I was at that bar and didn't realize it until I looked up. Like, oh my God. This was Saturday. So I didn't go to it on Sunday. And the Jets did beat the Eagles, by the way, yesterday. Upset City.
Eagles and 49ers both go down.
I sent pictures to I think to you, Bill, maybe not the group chat.
Yes,
but
I got it.
Bill says that place looks incredible.
It looks incredible.
Because it was incredible. So even you would like this.
Why is this? So this person is just an the owner obviously is anti-Jets.
Anti-Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Who left
the
Packers.
So that's okay. Now I didn't put it all together right away.
So there's a picture on a T-shirt of like Aaron Rodgers like pretty much dead on the ground. And it says Jets lose, you booze, or free booze, basically.
Nice.
Wow.
So it was a wonderful bar. Lots of Packer stuff. Obviously, all 35 TVs were on Wisconsin, Iowa, which is a tragedy. We'll get to that game in a second. So I couldn't watch some Oregon, Washington very, very closely.
Oh boy!
After the game,
there was
wedding.
some college football. Incredible!
Did I see that you had a speaking engagement?
I did.
Where was this at?
With the speaking engagement, I had two of them.
Yes,
and they were in. One was in Nebraska City, which was incredible to go down there.
That's nice.
I was at Steinert Lodge, which was incredible.
Not the lead lodge.
Yeah, right next to it. It's basically right next to it. It's very cool. And the thing that stood out the most was right next to the lodge, which was incredible, was the pool. And they still had a high board. That's all I was like.
Yes.
They still have a high board. So Nebraska City, shout out to you guys.
Yeah, big shout out.
Yeah, the big shout out to that. Then the other one I had to do we had a smaller group that was incredible. It's the Nebraska Greats, and it's run by. It's by Jerry Murtaugh.
Yeah, by Murtaugh.
But what's incredible about it is all they do is fundraise for any letterman at any school in Nebraska that needs medical help.
Wow,
that's what they've raised their money for. They raised their money. They raised their money for it. It was at a person's house,
at a home.
Yes, at a home. But it was incredible. When you heard the stories and they heard some of the people that were there that spoke about how they helped them, it was an incredible story. So Nebraska Grace it has to be one of the greatest foundations ever put together. And also, if you're a letter winner at Wayne State College and you need some help with it, whether it be a wheelchair, whether it be this, numerous things, they're there to help. It's really incredible.
Nebraska Great.
Yes, they have it's so run above board, so great. They have a complete board of regents basically that run the whole thing. It's just incredible. But Jerry Murtaugh is
he leads it up.
He's the face.
And then the Nebraska City one. How did Nebraska City look with it? I think it's a beautiful fall city.
Yes,
it is.
I think that's where you'd want. I said that to my lovely wife. I'm like,
Laura,
why did we never come down here and just stay? Bring Gigi down when she was younger and stuff, and stay at the lead lodge.
It's a great spot.
It's got a big.
I did it in April.
Looks like an
amazing,
incredible pool. I mean, everything about it. I mean, it looks. I mean, in Nebraska City for you know how fast you get there?
How fast?
I mean, I'm telling you right now, from my house, it was like getting in the car. It's like 39 minutes.
That's about it. I was gonna say 40.
Yeah,
it's a 40-minute drive.
That's it. So it's not like, well, it's a long drive.
2.
No, it's not. It also
Whip down Highway 2.
Also,
Highway 2.
Also, it's 4-lane the entire way.
Yep,
it's wonderful.
4-lane the entire way.
And then leaves are falling.
Yeah.
What's this Heyman texting us?
I didn't see the text.
22-ounce prime rib at Round the Bend Saturday.
Ooh, I like that place.
So 22-ounce prime rib at Round the Bend Saturday. Oh God, that's
big. It's a big prime rib.
Round the Bend. That's where they have the testicle festival.
That's right. That's right. Middle of June or July.
Summer.
It's summer. I think it's June.
Yeah.
So
Jake, you made it back.
I'm back. I got back about
5:30
to Lincoln yesterday.
I was checking, Jake.
Yeah.
Did Sipple send you a text to say where your arrival was? That's interesting.
I was on airplane mode all weekend.
I did get a mark yourself safe text.
Yes.
Good. Which I did.
Yeah, you guys got to know. I go on airplane mode. I'm not doing the phone thing. I'm just not.
When on the weekends?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. It's during the week. You got to respond.
We didn't really want you to respond.
You can't leave us hanging here.
Yeah. We really didn't want you.
Can't leave us hanging here.
Yeah.
But I'm back. It was fun. I'm glad for some football this upcoming weekend. But that is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care.
We got to talk ball.
We are going to talk some ball. Newton's Lawn Care, your sponsor of Idle Chit Chat. Okay, if you're watching football this weekend, I'm going to say, I mean, this is my take at least. Nebraska's path to a bowl game seems even more clear and open after this weekend. Because if you watch the games we're concerned about the rest of the season, number one, what did we say was the scariest game left in the schedule? Maryland, right? Did we say that last week? Maryland lost at home to Illinois, who looked like a dead dog on last Friday.
They did.
Right?
So this comes to mind, Steve Sipple.
What's that?
Lock in. Is that I talked about this, months ago or wherever it was, to talk about how hard it is to have your team ready 12 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
You see it all over the place. You see it all over the place. And that's exactly what was going on in this one. I guarantee it. And even though I didn't watch, I mean, they just
You're not giving Illinois any credit.
They came. I'm gonna give them credit. Oh yeah, I'm saying give them credit, but you have to give Maryland's like they came off. They're up 7 against Ohio State at Ohio State in the second half. They blow it on a couple things, and all of a sudden they just their job is okay. Now who you have coming in? We have Illinois at home.
No, we'll be all right.
They looked horrific against Nebraska. I mean, absolutely,
Illinois did, yeah.
Absolutely horrific.
I give Bielema a lot of credit though. I mean, he had to get his team ready to go. I give his kicker a lot of credit for nailing what he nailed, 48.
Caleb Griffin,
Caleb Griffin.
They
good
big kicks in that game.
Yeah, he nailed one
to end the game.
I mean, it makes Nebraska's win look way better now. I mean, that they went on the road and beat Maryland.
With Illinois.
Illinois. Illinois
gotcha.
did. I mean, that's so, and they ran the ball. They ran the ball in Maryland, which sort of surprising
because Maryland could not. Ohio State could not run the ball against Maryland.
Yeah,
but they didn't have their team ready.
Bielema had his team ready.
Yep, and Maryland did not.
Yeah.
They just all of a sudden. Now Maryland, if you go back and watch their scores, very slow starting team.
They have been.
They've been a slow starting team.
They were
all
up
year.
10-0 on Ohio State. That was the one example.
The one example, there was just the opposite. But they've been a slow starting team, and all of a sudden you go a couple times like, what is going on here with Maryland? All of a sudden, at the end of the game, it's like, okay, they kind of took it back over and got it under control. But that is a loss that will affect them. For a long time. There's certain losses that affect you for a long time. And that's one of them.
I mean, okay, Illinois again was they did nothing. Their first drive against Nebraska was good, stuffed at the one, and besides the one touchdown pass, they were horrendous against Nebraska. We kept saying, does Bielema want to be there? He has no emotion, and like you said, they come back strong. They win the road, so I guess he wants to be there.
Well,
but apparently not on Friday night.
I mean, Nebraska's defense played well too.
They did.
I mean, I give them credit.
They did. Play
you can't just say everybody plays bad and give no credit to anyone.
I'm giving credit to Illinois. They did. And Nebraska in that game. You mentioned they ran the ball well. Caden Fegan, the freshman there who came in to replace Reggie Love against Nebraska, 19 carries, 84 yards, a touchdown, 4.4 yards per carry. So they ran for 131 yards. They could not run against Nebraska at all. 131 on the ground against Maryland. So that's one game in terms of, okay, that's not as scary of a game right now anymore. I mean, it's scary because they got Talia Tagovailoa, a good quarterback. But then you go to the game we talked about all at length on Friday, which was Wisconsin-Iowa. Wisconsin had the path to win the West. The best path to win the West was Wisconsin. They're at home against Iowa, who is, again, playing Deacon Hill, the backup quarterback, who once again was not very good.
270.
He is huge.
He's 270.
He's surprisingly big.
Iowa was never really great in this football game. There's at one point they had 6 drives with a total of 3 yards.
It's the most incredible stat I might have ever seen in college football.
They're at one point, their last six drives, they had 3 yards of offense. Yes. And they win the game 15-6. So Iowa is 6-1. They play Minnesota this weekend in Iowa City. And they'll right now, that team that has no offense once again is the clearest path to a Big Ten West title.
I mean, they could go 11-1. I mean, they'll be favored.
If they go 11-1, they're 16 minutes away from going to the college football playoffs.
Iowa, I mean,
if they go to the championship game and win it.
They didn't play bad. Their
defense
offense played bad.
Well, that's
their
standard.
special teams were incredible. Torrey Taylor was incredible.
He's
so
good.
He averaged 51 yards on 10 punts. I mean, he might be the best punter in the world. I mean, they might have the best punter in the world.
Might be a second-round draft.
And their defense was excellent. I mean, it
excellent. Has been. They're carrying the squad.
And they did start running the ball late, too.
You got to give LaShawn Williams some credit here. He had the 82-yard touchdown run early on. 82-yard run early in the game. Second quarter. 7-zip Iowa. He ends the game 25 carries for 174 and a touchdown because his quarterback can't pass. Deacon Hill at 270 pounds, as Bill said. 6 of 14, 37 yards, and that team wins the game. That team wins the game.
It's really impressive.
I would imagine Wisconsin would have found a way to have gotten that win if they hadn't lost their quarterback.
Right.
If they
So
don't lose
Mordecai goes out.
Mordecai is
end
not
of the
by
first
any
half?
stretch
in the first half.
at any stretch playing at a high level. He was not. But he is clearly much better than, obviously, that's why he's the starter.
Yeah,
so they would have found a way to have probably have ground through that and somehow got something good to happen to them and got a score somehow to be able to. But also, I felt like there was a I'm sure he'd won it again. Coach Fickle was like, yeah, we're going to be aggressive. I felt that there's a chance in that game with the weather that there was going to be a 9-point, maybe the first to 9 wins the game.
Yeah.
It was not going to be a high-scoring game. And they get on the first drive, they drive down, Wisconsin does, on 4th and 1. They don't take
4th and 1.
They don't take the 3.
Right.
I would just take the 3. It's like, hey, any points you're ahead of Iowa is really good. I understand when you go for it, sometimes going like, hey, we got to keep up. These other teams are going to score 30-some points, and we can't win the game with field goals. You can win a game like that with field goals.
Now, I got to say this. I'm in Wisconsin for this game. I'm watching at a bar with Badger fans. I'm not rooting for Wisconsin. I can't root for either team. I don't like either team. But let me say this. The one thing I was hearing a lot of mumbling about, a lot of groaning about from fans is again, this dairy raid sucks. The air raid, the dairy raid.
The dairy raid.
Okay, as Bill, you said, Bill, that weather was not, it was pretty windy. It was cold. Wisconsin had 50 pass attempts. Iowa had 14.
Yeah.
Wisconsin threw the ball 50 times, ran it 28. That's not Wisconsin that we know. Especially in that weather, to throw it 50 times and run for 28 is mind-numbingly dumb, in my opinion. Especially Braden Locke comes in, the back freshman, 30 attempts. That was pretty much all in the second half.
Yeah, Braden Locke.
There's at one point you could see a very visibly frustrated Braylon Allen on the sideline. Pissed
Allen,
off.
Was anybody talking about Allen, how he checks himself out of games all the time? He's always checking out. I mean, they got problems on offense for sure. But I give Iowa a lot more credit. I mean, they played great defense on that game.
They did give Iowa credit, but
I give Iowa a ton
I would
of
say
credit.
once again, a questionable philosophy offensively for the Badgers in that game.
Iowa
50 pass attempts in that weather.
Here's a stat. Here's a stat for you. 87-2 is Iowa in games in which it leads by 8 points or more under Ferentz. The guy's a great coach. I mean, he is.
87-2.
87-2. If they get an 8-point lead, they're 87-2.
That's pretty impressive.
It's remarkable. I mean, I give those guys a ton of credit. I'm not going to do this thing where every time a team wins, I'm going to say, well, it's because the Big Ten West sucks, or this team sucks. Some teams are playing pretty well. Iowa's defense played really well in that game.
It did. It has played well all season.
Yeah, and
long,
their special teams played.
Penn State.
Their special teams played really well. The game was really well coached. I mean, Ferentz dialed up the defensive coordinator.
Phil Parker
dialed up a blitz late when Wisconsin was on its goal line, near its goal line. Fumble, ended up as a safety. It was a great call. I mean, they made a great call. They made great calls throughout the course of the game. I mean, you go in Wisconsin and win, I'm not going to come on the radio and say, oh, it's just because Wisconsin sucks. No, Iowa had to win.
No, I'm giving them their credit, but I'm just saying in terms of for Nebraska, their outlook for the rest of the season, none of these teams are overly scary. Iowa's defense is certainly a terrifying thing.
They're good.
They do a very good job. They keep that team in the game as special teams does, but you don't go in saying, oh my God, they're going to beat us by 14 points. It's going to be like a tight game. Can you win a close game?
It'll be tight.
That's the conversation. And then the other game in the Big Ten West, Purdue hosts Ohio State and was never in that game, 41-7.
Oh.
Boilermakers go down to Ohio State.
Yeah. And then Michigan. Michigan once again has
slow start, and they've just freaking creamed them.
They have 2 penalties, no turnovers. So in 3 games, they have 3 penalties and 0 turnovers. 3 penalties and 0 turnovers. I mean, that's hit. I mean, they're hitting it on all cylinders. Now they didn't play all that much. But
it's amazing because I watched the first half of the game, and they looked horrible in the first quarter. I'm talking horrible. Indiana was dominating them in the first quarter, 7-0, and they had way more yards. Michigan had nothing, and then all of a sudden they just turn it on and let's go to work. Let's go win 52-7. Like it was not just a walk in the park after a horrendous first quarter.
Now this week, who is it this week? Is it Michigan, Penn State this week?
Michigan at Michigan State.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
Penn State at Michigan.
No.
Isn't
you're
it?
right. I just looked up before the show.
Penn State's
Really?
at Ohio State.
Michigan is
Oh,
at
Penn State's at Ohio
Yeah,
State.
Michigan is at Michigan State
yeah.
as a
Okay.
24-point favorite.
It's the what do you call it? Game of the week. NBC primetime.
That one is again.
Penn State at Ohio
Yeah, there's a
State.
chance that Michigan wins that by 100.
No, Michigan at Michigan State.
Michigan could beat them
is-
by 100.
Oh, really?
We have the unfortunate thing this week where the best game of the week in college football, Penn State at Ohio State, is 11 a.m. That's big noon
Penn
kick.
State at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Number
is a
7 versus
monster.
number 3.
Yeah.
11 a.m. kick. That should be a primetime game. Nope, 11 a.m. But like Bill said, the 6:30 game on NBC is Michigan at Michigan State. 7-0 against 2-4.
You don't like that 11 a.m.
Oh,
slot.
and Michigan State, we didn't mention this. I mean, we'll get to this probably head scratches, I'm sure, but I'll mention the score at least. They're up 24-6 going to the fourth quarter against Rutgers and lose in regulation, 27-24.
Rutgers
In a
outscored.
driving rainstorm.
It looked
Cold,
very pleasant.
just cold. The entire Rutgers fan base left. There was no one there. There was no one there for the comeback. There
Oh,
was
God.
no one there. There was 100 people at the game. Yes.
100
It's
people.
very-
By the game's end, there was.
Yes, 100 people.
It looked pleasant though. Rutgers outscored Michigan State 21-0
in the fourth.
fourth quarter.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a bad loss. That's one that cannot end your season for Michigan State like that. You know, you're trying to get to a bowl game. That puts you at 3-3 with a win, and now you're 2-4.
The whole sideline, the whole thing, it just looked horrible for Michigan State. It looked kind of, even when things were going good, it didn't look great for them. And then when it started to turn, the sideline, the coaching staff, that just the body language, wasn't yelling and screaming. There wasn't that, like, there wasn't a bunch of anger. It was just this whole thing of like, why did this happen to us? Why did Mel Tucker put us in this spot?
Yeah.
Whether or not it's right, wrong,
Yeah.
or indifferent, there's still a spot. And everything is just upstate to fire their coach before the season.
Yeah.
Same way. I mean, that is not fair to those players.
Not
Or to
fun.
those
That's not
assistant
fun
coaches.
either.
Those assistant coaches all know too, just like Northwestern is, that they're not there.
Rugged business.
They're all gone.
rugged business.
They have to just finish out another 6 weeks and pack up all your stuff and go. And you know that. There's no like, well, we maybe, and nope, that's over. That whole thing's over.
That would be really rough.
And so it's
be
extremely
horrifying.
hard.
I mean, I don't want to say horrifying. There's things in the world that
they're-
are harder, but it's
it's rough.
Yeah.
It is like trying to get your team ready to play.
yeah.
Like this week, gotta get them ready to play against Michigan.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good
gotta get them ready to
luck.
play
Good
against
luck.
Michigan.
Where's
Yeah.
and that game's at where?
That's in Michigan State.
Okay.
East Lansing, 24-point underdog are the
Oof.
Spartans in that game.
That's why
Understandably so, the way Michigan's playing right
I
now.
feel bad for the Sparties.
They'll probably be 2-5. And again, if you're 3-3, you can afford that loss. 3-4. You can't blow an 18-point lead at home against Rutgers. You just can't. Sorry, on the road. I don't care where it's at. You can't blow an 18-point lead going into the fourth quarter against Rutgers.
I think the special teams let them down. Sparty.
I have some comments.
There's some
Justin.
buffoonery.
I have some.
Was there some buffoonery?
I have
Is it
some
a head
comments.
scratcher?
Was there some,
I have some.
Was there
Okay.
some buffoonery?
Things you might have missed.
I didn't watch that game. I had it on.
I don't blame you. There's other games on. But now, we didn't mention one last score in the Big Ten because I don't need to, but I need to get it out there because it happened. Penn State beats UMass 63-0. 63-0.
Not much to say about that.
I will say this in this game coming up this weekend. Talk about a judgment game.
Yeah.
Two coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's like James Franklin. Are you going to get over the top? Because it's just been these other two teams. Even though he's won it one time, and what's he been there? 10 years.
Something like that.
He's
at
won the
least,
league
yeah.
once, but it's
Oh,
like
he's won it once.
only won it once. You're at Penn State, and then also you felt the pressure. I mean, Ryan Day feels the pressure of losing twice to Michigan. He feels the pressure of what's you could tell just after the Notre Dame game how much he was feeling the pressure. Basically, hearing the outside noise.
Yeah,
hearing the outside noise.
Good point.
So it is a tense game.
Before we get to break, Bill, I'm going to ask you for head scratchers. Is the situation in Boulder a head scratcher or not?
It's just going to be well discussed.
What's the situation?
All right. We'll keep it like that. Just make sure we discuss
Yes.
that. I don't want to break any ruin a tease here.
I felt the Colorado game versus Stanford was if I think back on it, I can't remember a more intriguing football game I've ever watched in my life.
Why is that?
In my life, I've never seen anything like it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Stanford has won one game, and they're horrible on both sides of the ball.
Are they bad?
And they were down 29-0.
On the road.
On the road.
At halftime.
Oh, God, that was at Colorado?
At Colorado.
It was 29-0 at half.
29 Nathan.
Oh, God.
And it wasn't like all of a sudden some team was up on a good team, something happened. No, Stanford hadn't been able to. They have lost to an FCS school this year. They're horrific. They have one win. They beat Hawaii in the opener. That's it.
That's it.
And then
now they got two.
They had a guy go for almost 300 yards receiving.
Oh no, here's the best though. All in the second half.
What was going on? Well, you have to tell.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Well, he had a pretty good half. Hit 300 yards in one half.
600-yard pace.
600 on pace.
Well, how does that happen?
I mean,
he just gave him a head start, Come on, Colorado.
It was the most. We'll talk about it.
We'll have more head scratches.
We'll do that.
We'll do that. All right. When we come back, we will get to. Sorry, we'll get to head scratches when we come back because that's one of our favorite things about Mondays in the show are head scratchers. Next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400. Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
It's not often a man wakes up and says, I feel the best I have in years. We hear this all the time at Limitless Mail, and it can happen to you when you go to Limitless Mail and get a blood test to see what your body is missing. That's how simple it is. Schedule a free consult with Limitless Mail. Discuss your symptoms. Do the blood test. If your lab results say you're low in testosterone, we can fix that. Age is just a number. You can feel your best again. Just ask Limitless Mail.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This
good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can always call or text 402-464-5685. Be a part of the show. Always fun talking Big Ten West and how terrible it is in the first segment. A lot of people just said, if Nebraska does not make a bowl game, it's pretty sad at this point.
But I don't. The one thing
I think if they're not, I think right now if they're not playing Iowa to win the West would be a disappointment. Would you not?
I kind of agree.
I mean,
with
they
you.
should be playing. They should be playing to win the West.
But the one thing I'm uncomfortable with is this whole. I know the Big Ten West is bad. It's bad, but they're players and coaches that put in a lot of hard work. I wonder what they think every time they hear, God, the Big Ten West sucks.
Well, they watch their games, don't they? Understand?
I guess
Right.
I don't know, but there's a lot of good players that are involved.
Understood.
And there's a lot of coaches making a lot of money.
I think part of it goes back to right now when you talk about which is Sip's dead on with how well Iowa's playing, and when they have a chance, they're on pace to be 11-1,
Amazing.
10-2 if the Huskers beat them, which could happen here at home. But at the same time, when they crossed over, they didn't get a first down against Penn State. They got beat 30.
They had 76 yards of offense.
But that's not good defense either. They gave up 30.
31, yeah. 31 zip.
Yeah.
They
And
started running the ball. Iowa started running the ball late in that game. They did. They got their guard. They got their two guards and their center going, and they started jamming it right at Wisconsin. They did
because they know they can't pass. They have to run it.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we have no option but to run. Let's make this happen.
But give them credit for digging in.
They did.
They
credit
dug
to
in.
Iowa.
First off, Iowa, real simple. There should be Brian Ferentz, an extension and a raise. Extension and a raise.
Are you being facetious here?
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, this is one of the greatest stories there is in college football right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if Iowa goes 11-1? If Iowa goes 11-1, they'd finish. They'd be like what, 8th in the country going into the Big Ten championship game. And if they win that, they're going to the playoffs. They have a chance.
Lifetime contract. Brian Ferentz.
Well, then what if they?
So how do you not? I mean, it's incredible.
The question would be, what if the Iowa administration said, "Well, we had a deal with Brian, and we can't have him back." Doesn't Kirk Ferentz at that point say, "Well, I won't be back either"?
Also, isn't it just?
Doesn't he?
I believe the contract. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is just that it is basically like a fireball offense where they could let him go, and that's the end of the contract, and you're done. But it's not like they have to fire him.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
How do you fire him if they go 10-2?
You can't.
Yeah, no. There's no chance of that happening. Also, there's also no chance that he makes these points. That's over.
No, and the other thing,
they're probably 40 something behind right now. They won't even get to 300.
We didn't mention that they've lost Luke Lachey, and then they already were without him. Then they lost Eric All in the first quarter of the game on Saturday. So that's their two tight ends. They're operating at a deficit.
And they still won. I mean, come on. It's incredible.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
It's amazing.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you just flipped it over, the exact same look, just changed the uniforms right now, there'd be parades in Nebraska.
Exactly.
If the score,
That's why I don't want to disparage them.
If the record was the same,
right
at this time,
100%.
right now, there would be parades.
If Nebraska went into Camp Randall and won, and it was 6-1,
yeah,
we'd be doing handstands.
Yeah, we would,
and
I would be too.
And you might be a little resentful. People keep saying, "Well, you got to do it because the West sucks." I mean, yeah, it does, I guess. But these are highly paid coaches. I mean, there's.
The
I
coaching
have a hard
from
time.
within the side is extremely good.
Yeah.
It's just that when you look at right now and you say, okay, because you have to look at this right now and say Nebraska is one of the teams easily that is as talented in the West, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then they played the East, and it was 52-7.
Right. They played the best of the East.
Yes. And then Iowa went to one of the best
Penn
teams.
State.
That's where I think it comes from, is when you say that.
There's a big goal.
There's a big difference between the two sides. If you take the top 3 teams in the East and the top 3 teams in the West,
close.
It's not even close.
No, but it's not. That's why the Illinois win was significant, though, because it was a nice little score for the West.
It was. I agree with that. Totally agree. It is time for Head Scratchers.
Oh, I love it.
Sponsored by Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland. Browse for tons of tire options at treadscentraltirepros.com or visit them just south of Cortland. Again, proud sponsors of Head Scratchers. Bill,
you know what I miss in tires? I miss back in the day, so it'd be like maybe Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
You like my dad would drive over to Tom Delmont's gas station over in Beamer.
Yeah.
Get the snow tires on.
Yeah.
Get snow tires on. Or they also had tires that had studs, little metal pieces that stuck out of
chains.
Chains. Chains would be available too.
Did you ever put the chains on?
We weren't chain. We didn't have chains on. A lot of times you carried them. Like the chains went in the back of your truck.
Yep.
You got in bad weather, you put the chains on.
We put the chains on sometimes when it was really bad. Really,
but I missed the days of putting. Hey, it's time to get the snow tires on.
Well, you can still do it.
I don't know. I think you don't, but I don't ever hear that anymore.
It's got to be.
Be nice to know. Anyway, Jake, should I start with head scratchers?
Please do.
Oh wow, there's some stuff here. This can go deep. Obviously,
I love head scratchers.
Okay, we're gonna start with some stuff. First of all, let's just go with Pittsburgh 38, Louisville 21.
Oh.
They had one win. They had one win. Pittsburgh did.
Jeez.
Louisville just beats Notre Dame. They're 6-0.
Storm the field.
They're storming the field. They're in the playoff conversation, and they play Pittsburgh. Once again, how hard it is to have emotional kids ready to go.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I guarantee what happened was things weren't going well. It's like turn it on, and you can't turn it on.
Yeah.
I mean, and that game went unheard of. It kind of went under the radar.
It did.
It was like not even talked about.
Can I play a sound effect quickly for Louisville?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for you, Louisville.
Oh,
that's for you.
Do that one more.
Oh, one more time. All right, so
I missed
this is for Louisville.
Yeah, that's too.
They deserve that.
God, they beat Notre Dame.
They deserve the horns there. The
head
bad horns.
scratcher 2. You guys probably didn't follow this one. I followed every snap of it. Arizona 44, number 19 Washington State 6.
God.
44 to 6
happened?
in the Palouse.
What happened?
It was in the Palouse.
What happened?
44 to 6.
And also Arizona's playing with their backup quarterback.
Oh.
It was the one that played against USC.
It's pretty good.
But he's their backup quarterback. They go up there and beat him 44 to 6.
What happened?
It's incredible football. It's incredible how hard it is to do. Okie State 39, Kansas 32.
That sucks.
Okie State 39. I mean, Kansas couldn't tackle anybody.
Oh,
it was poor. But Okie State hadn't been able to. I mean, they've not been good.
No,
been very average. 39, literally insane. With that, we got more. The Illinois, Maryland, we already talked on.
Jason Bean, by the way, had 400 plus passing yards in that loss to Oklahoma State. And there's again, we love Bean. He's still not. He's the backup though. It's not Daniels. Daniels is a better
backup
player.
throwing for 400.
Yeah,
offense wasn't the problem. Again, they scored 32. Here's the one that jumped out to me: TCU 44, Baylor 11.
Jeez,
God,
TCU scored 7 the week before against Iowa State. 7. They scored 7. They changed quarterbacks.
Oh.
The starting quarterback got hurt. They put in a redshirt freshman or a true redshirt freshman, and he went crazy. He went absolutely crazy.
Head scratcher.
TCU at that head scratcher.
Head scratcher.
And then let's just talk about the ultimate head scratcher. Stanford, Colorado. So several things with this. Let's just talk about the scoring line for Stanford. First quarter 0, second quarter 0, third quarter 19, fourth 17th, overtime 10. They scored
second half team.
They scored every point in the second half. Now, here's what was nuts. The receiver went for 300 yards, basically. Okay.
Elick.
They threw.
What's his name?
Elick, some Alamanor, something like that.
He was number 15. Was his number?
His name was Elick, like Elick.
Elick.
But here's what was incredible about it was that they went 3-by-1 and just put him into the boundary. They threw him 12 slant routes. One time in one drive, they completed 6 slant routes in a row to him.
Come on.
Just
Come
kept
on,
throwing
Colorado.
the same route to
Prime
him.
was DB.
And then also one time they threw one to him, and he made one guy miss, and he ran 97 yards for a touchdown.
What's Prime always doing?
They were on the 3-yard line. They threw a slant, and it went 97.
His name is Elick Ayamanor. He had 13 receptions, 294 yards, and 3 touchdowns in this game. 294. 13 catches, 294 yards.
This was all in the second half?
Mostly.
Oh, it was not all in the second half.
It was just, all second half.
Was it all?
His catches all second half.
Oh,
yeah, all
he had
second
no
half.
catches in the first half.
Yeah, all second half.
Really weird.
It was
That's really
incredible.
weird.
And then in overtime, Shedeur, the quarterback, throws an interception. So they just run the ball 3 times and kick it and win the game. Stanford does.
Damn. Oh man, that's a rough loss.
Now,
as rough as it gets.
Now the first touchdown, so tied up in overtime, Ayamanor, I think that's how you say it, has the catch of the year probably. You know,
Okay.
Travis Hunter's in really good coverage here. It might have been interference actually, but or might not have been good coverage. And he catches basically over his back again.
It would be one
stunning
of those,
catch.
if they still had that section, or maybe they still do, I don't know. You got mossed. That section.
Oh yeah, he got mossed.
That would have
like
been
a Roman Wilson catch.
Yeah. Yes. Similar to Roman Wilson against Nebraska. Yes. Very similar. Again, Isaac Gifford.
Yeah.
Very similar catch.
This one was a little bit more
30-yard pass.
a little bit more amazing than that one was, but it was just to see what happened. And then the conversation, whether it was true or not, that there's all this talk that there was social media action at halftime.
By Shedeur Sanders.
By Sanders marketing or some sort of merchandising going on at halftime.
I
don't know if that's true or not. I'm just.
Where'd you see that?
But
That was
everywhere.
It was pretty common.
It's everywhere. Whether it's true or not,
Doesn't
no
matter.
one knows. I saw a picture where someone goes, "Well, this is Shedeur at halftime. He doesn't have his phone, so it's not true." It's just one picture. That doesn't mean he didn't have his phone during
Could have been a
that
scheduled
time.
tweet.
Yeah, it could have been something that I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm not saying that did or didn't happen or what
Could've.
that. But it was just one of those. And the reason it's so big is that now that got them to 5 wins. They probably find the 6th somewhere to make it the most incredible year ever.
Mm-hmm.
Now to get the next one, if you look at their schedule, I don't know who they beat.
Yeah.
Because you say, well,
Pac-12's tough.
one of the wins they're going to get was going to be Arizona.
Now you don't know.
Now you
Arizona
don't
just
know.
goes 44-6 in the
Pac-12 is a
road.
brutal. I mean, look at USC's schedule too.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to finish 7-5.
Yeah, USC's.
Look at their schedule.
There was the conversation.
Look at their schedule.
The conversation
just check it out.
yesterday was, are the odds higher that they lose 2 or they lose 5?
Right.
It's like the odds are higher that they lose 5.
USC's
schedule's brutal.
USC hosts Utah this week. 5-point favorite is USC.
Tough.
Then they go to Cal. Not tough.
That's the easy one.
Then they finish with Washington, Oregon, and UCLA.
Yeah.
I think they're going to lose 3. What would that make them?
That'd put 9-3.
I wouldn't. I'm not going to completely count Cal out.
Really?
Because if for some reason Utah, because Utah's got really good defense and they're beat up at quarterback, but if Utah somehow upsets USC, that thing's off the rails.
Yeah,
that thing's off. Now, right now, USC has all the hope in the world. Guess how many losses they have in the Pac-12? 0. They're still leading the Pac-12.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So they're like, okay, all right, we're good.
How's Utah up front
We're
on
good.
defense? How's
Really
Utah?
good.
Okay,
Oh,
now,
really
I'll tell you
good.
something right now.
Carried by their defense.
That's
Yes.
trouble. I mean, Notre Dame
beat them up.
Beat them up front.
Yeah, beat them up bad.
Well, what happened last year? Utah beat up USC's front
Yeah.
again. I mean, USC was better last year, and Utah beat them twice.
Yeah, I'm talking about Notre Dame's defense up front against USC's offensive line. It was a brutal pounding. I mean, by the way, this is where you mentioned Xavier Watts. By the way, Xavier Watts
from Omaha.
Yeah, Omaha Burke had two interceptions, a scoop and score, and forced a fumble.
Hello.
That's a senior from Omaha Burke. Xavier
Watts. It's a hell of a game.
All right, keep going with head scratchers.
Is that it? Any more head
That's
scratchers?
it for head scratchers.
That's it for head scratchers.
But the Colorado game also, what was brutal about it was I was up to like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
that game went on for.
Was it up?
It was one of those things where you're casually watching. It's like you're just kind of. I'm just sitting in the cabin. It's like, okay, 29-6. See what happens.
Another touchdown.
29-13. That's kind of fun,
Okay.
but whatever. Whatever. And all of a sudden, it's like, hang on a second.
Wait a second.
What's happening here? What is going on here?
That is amazing. What's amazing to me about it is Prime is a defensive secondary specialist. How does he let that happen?
Also, Colorado 3 times played with 12 players on the field on defense.
That'll happen.
3 times.
Trying to find something.
They couldn't stop a Yamanor.
Trying to come up with something.
Come up with something.
12 out there.
Let's try 12. See, they count them, right? See, they're counting. That was the best. Imagine when the D coordinator was looking at Prime. I don't know what to do. I tried 12. Try 12.
Try to slip 12 out there.
I was trying to
see if they count it
everybody,
properly.
no one look confused. Act like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Everybody be cool.
Yeah,
Just be cool. That always amazes me when they catch the 12 guys all the time.
Oh, wow. There's DP.
Is it that would always catch me?
That's not DP.
That's not DP at all. That's not
That's
DP.
another person.
It always cracks me up not cracks me, but it amazes me when officials always count to get to 12 count. If that was me, I'd be like, I think there's 12. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea.
I counted too fast.
I have no idea. There could be 13 on you. I'd be sitting there counting. It'd be horrible. I'd always be like, hey guys, I'll take the tough call. I'll make every call in the game. Like that, do not put 12 on me. Right. Don't put 12 on me.
You can kind of feel it when there's. You look down there and you're like, it looks like there's too many guys.
Well, twice. I think it was Florida played with 13 and couldn't stop them. Florida played with 13.
That's not great. That is Head Scratchers, sponsored by Treads Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland. When we come back, song of the day and Bill's Thrills, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's not often a man wakes up and says, I feel the best I have in years. We hear this all the time at Limitless Mail, and it can happen to you when you go to Limitless Mail and get a blood test to see what your body is missing. That's how simple it is. Schedule a free consult with Limitless Mail. Discuss your symptoms. Do the blood test. If your lab results say you're low in testosterone, we can fix that. Age is just a number. You can feel your best again. Just ask Limitless Mail.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. found in most local grocery stores.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Blecker and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Blecker and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com. Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today, with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, it's Monday night and we're ready to rock. Time to get all the hits, the bangs, and the blocks. It's the game of the week that's coming your way. Minnesota invades San Francisco Bay. We gotta get ready. We gotta get right. The Vikings and Niners get it on tonight. So get ready. I mean, get ready. Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. We got Frank and Al and Dan. They're gonna get it kick-started. Lynn and the crew's all set. The crowd is psyched, cause all my rowdy friends are back for Monday night.
Song of the day. Are you ready for some football by Hank Williams Jr., the old theme song for Monday Night Football. It's a short one today, but 464 56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Bill, go ahead.
Incredible.
I thought you guys might like
Incredible. Here's what I think is incredible. I think Monday Night Football has really lost its edge.
It has.
It's not the same.
It has lost.
What happened?
It's not the same.
Too many games on TV.
It's not the same. And then also everything is preset where the Sunday night game can get flexed, which means that game can change down the road on what game's going to Sunday night. They get the best game possible at that time.
Okay.
And so, but the Monday night's kind of preset. It's not the same. It's not the same. He talked about the announcers, wasn't it? Frank, Dan, and Al.
That's right. This is like 1994, I believe this one was.
I mean, incredible. And then when that came on, that was energy. You were, I mean,
hey,
right now, I mean, it's like, doesn't Monday Night Football.
Chargers and Cowboys. Should be actually
solid
a decent game.
Yeah, solid game. Yeah, absolutely.
No, but you're right. It's lost its edge.
It's not what it was. And I used to also love the on Monday night game at halftime when they'd show all the highlights.
Oh yeah,
from because back then when I was like a kid, there wasn't even ESPN yet. It was just coming. So you'd sit and watch that whole thing. So it was incredible.
That's right.
And so the song's an 8-8. Incredible. Yeah, loved it.
I loved the
it.
big man.
See me bouncing over here? I was bouncing. I was,
I saw Hank
Junior?
over at Pershing.
How long ago?
It was I was in college.
Was he good?
It was incredible. It was an incredible show. I wore my roommate's boots, so they're way too small for me. They just killed me. I was trying to fit in. I didn't have boots at the time.
Was it a packed house, by the way?
Oh, it was jam packed.
Okay.
Yeah, it was jam packed, and it was incredible. I go 8, 5.
This is what back when it was, again, better times back then, right?
Yeah.
Even me, I was a kid. This is the song I grew up on. Was that song?
Yeah,
Like,
you get
the Hank Jr. version of it.
You get high marks for creativity on this.
Remember also the game was later. It was 8 o'clock. It tipped off 9 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock.
Not
Central.
good for the kids. Not good for the kids.
It was a late game. Absolutely. They moved that up since that time. It's to help the West Coast, obviously. But yes, it got moved up tremendously.
Well, the East Coast begins at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yeah,
It doesn't help the
game's
East Coast.
getting over. Yeah,
Screw the East Coast.
Monday night up until. It's still pretty incredible.
It's definitely
okay. So you guys are both in the 8s. Josh, you got a score for that one? I'm gonna go 7. He would know that song.
Yeah, 6-8.
Go ahead. 8-1.
8-1. Okay. Yeah, Josh would not know that he was not alive when that song was around. It was not went to Carrie Underwood or something like that after what?
Whoa, wow. Is that Carrie Underwood?
That's what it went to.
Jr.
That's what it went to.
I'll take Hank Jr. on that one.
Let me play the ID, then we'll get to Bill's Thrills. Hang on 1 second right now.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
And by the way, is this some quick response? I want to see what people thought about that.
Yeah.
7.85, Notorious B.I.B. Guilt Nerd, 8.8. Jennifer, 7. Hubby, 5.9.
Nice.
It was a short song today. It was a short song today.
Disagreement in the house.
Yes.
Who in Columbus, Bill? Bird, 7.
Oh,
7 from Bird in Columbus.
He doesn't hand out 7.
No, that's pretty high for Bird.
Yeah.
Mike in Dalton, a 5. We got Ryan in Delaware, 11. 11 out of 10.
With us.
Wes's Mustache says 9.37.
Nice.
Scott from Bancroft, 5.517. Crawford, 9.5. We got a Nate in Dorchester says a 7 there. Nyla, a 2.
Nyla.
Patrick in Norfolk, 8.4. So there you go.
Pretty high scores.
There's your ratings on
Good job,
one
Jimmy.
song of the day. Yeah, I try to have it for Monday Night Football. It's not as good anymore, but it was good once back in the day.
That's excellent.
Let's get to Bill's Thrills here on a Monday.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is
We
it gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
All right, it is a Football Facts Monday on Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors. Bill, the floor is yours. What's on your mind today?
Well, don't disappoint you guys didn't notice it's my no shave October 12th to October 16th.
Oh.
I do that every year.
Wait a second. What?
Yeah,
You're
no
a
shave
little
October
scruffy.
no shave October 12th to October 16th. I go 4 days. I go 4 days every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Extend it.
Some people have no shave November. I have no shave October 12th to the 16th.
What is the occasion?
What's that? It's just something that's been a tradition of mine.
So this is the last day.
Yes,
Let it go a few
yeah.
days.
So the beard's gonna
I
be gone.
noticed it.
Yeah,
It does
the
look
beard's gonna
good.
be
It's a little
gone like that.
scruffy.
A little scruffy.
It's
like
scruffy.
That. Well, it's no shave October
Yeah.
12th to October 16th. Yes.
What did Bill Callahan always say?
We'll let you guys know.
You don't shave every day like a homeless person.
Yeah.
That's
Could
Bill
be.
Callahan said.
Okay, all right. Thanks for that, Sip.
We love Billy C. You know?
All right. Bill's Thrills. Football. Things you might have missed. Things you might have missed. West Virginia, Houston. West Virginia, Houston.
I missed it.
How'd you miss that?
I don't know.
West Virginia scores with 12 seconds to go to take the lead.
This is a Thursday night football
Thursday
game.
night game.
Oh.
They score with 12 seconds.
Okay, West Virginia. I got to
Yeah.
process.
Wait, what happens? They score with 12 seconds and they lose. And they lose on a Hail Mary.
Oh, they went up.
Went up
Okay.
to score. They're ahead.
Oh, God.
They're up by 4. They have to have a touchdown. But here's what the egregious errors that no one even really caught or talked about. They got a celebration penalty.
Oh,
Which moved the ball back to the 20. If they don't get a celebration penalty, they didn't keep their cool. Then they make a decision.
Oh.
Then they make a decision to go with a squib kick. So now they field the ball at the 35-yard line, and they run it back to the 50.
Oh, geez.
To allow them the chance
now you're in
to throw. So when you get moved to the 20, immediately it's like, you want to squib it? No, you want to hit your driver. I want to get as many yards as I can. I've got to get as many yards as I possibly can. They squibbed it. The guy fielded the ball literally like at the 35-yard line and ran it out to the 50. Then the play before, they know it's 7 seconds, they're going to throw a sideline route. Free access. They don't defend it, which you should have defended at that time. And then on the Hail Mary, this was the one that goes on. We would, at LSU, we would coach this as if it was the most important thing we'd ever done. And you have to have, bottom line is, we use the word chest them out. You got to block them out. So you have to have a guy below and a guy over the top. And the one over the top is going to be the ones that are going to catch it or knock it down. Who is going for the ball? When you go back and watch the film, West Virginia has 7 guys. All 7 guys are looking for the ball. Couldn't be more wrong in what they were doing. Just made just egregious errors at the clutch time. 12 seconds to go.
Is it possible they didn't have a kicker that had a driver?
Okay.
Maybe he didn't have a driver.
I doubt that. I mean, they kicked the squib on purpose. The problem was they got the penalty. They don't get the penalty. They have no chance for this to happen.
They were excited, Bill.
Things you might have missed. Things you might have missed. Michigan State, Rutgers. Just talk about the comeback. Here's what you don't understand.
Michigan State,
Rutgers. 24-6. Michigan State punts. No problem. Whistle. They lined up illegal. They lined up with 6 guys in the backfield, or 5 guys, or whatever it was. Said to repunt. They snap it to him. Punter drops the ball. Touchdown, Rutgers. If they wouldn't have gotten the penalty, it's Rutgers' ball, and they got to go 70 yards, and they hadn't scored a touchdown yet.
It's Ross Ells.
The stuff that you miss, and then guess what happened? Guess what happened after on the next kickoff? Just like Illinois, they went sky kick, boom, boom, boom. The guy runs up there, cool breezes it, goes, I'm just going to let it bounce, then I'll catch it on the hop. Guess what it did? Checked up and backwards. Rutgers gets the ball, next play, touchdown.
Oh, God.
The egregious errors were so big on that. To have it fall apart was just nuts.
That's why Sparty's special teams coach was trending.
Just
former
nuts.
Nebraska coach, Ross Ells.
So
trending on Twitter.
Here's one there with the Washington-Oregon game, which we haven't delved into, and there's all the conversation on whether we should have went for it on 4th downs or not. Obviously, they didn't do it right for half. They should have kicked the field goal, whatever.
Right.
In the end, to go to overtime, they're in field goal range by distance. They have a timeout left. Oregon's in field goal range. They have a timeout left, and they've got 2 downs. It's 2nd down. On both plays, they get 0 yards. They had horrible play call. Right, it's like take the free access throw or take the run and get 10 more yards, because here's what you're missing on the sideline. It's a 48-yard field goal. If you're the kicker and all of a sudden you grind out 8 more yards for you, you're feeling really good.
Yeah.
Guess what he did?
What?
He missed the ball to the right by 1 foot. If he's up 8 more yards, it's easily in. But the little details of the game of not getting those bonus yards at the end, and no one even talked about this one. Because here's what's crazy. I went to bed Saturday night.
You missed college football?
Me and Schindler went to bed Saturday night going, thank God I'm getting to bed tonight, because I've been up late every night. It's been insane, right?
Yeah.
I went to bed. No, I didn't know this answer until 3:30 yesterday. Go through the scores. Colorado State beat Boise on a Hail Mary.
Oh, God.
I didn't see that.
Colorado State.
Yeah.
You know why? The score was 30-10 with 6 minutes to go. Boise's ahead. Colorado State scored 3 touchdowns in 6 minutes.
Ouch.
They went 90 yards in 24 seconds.
Oh, good for Jay.
90 yards in 24 seconds. And they completely botched the Hail Mary defense again. At the end of the game, after the game was over, the coach goes, yeah, we botched it.
Boise.
Yeah, we botched it. We botched the Hail Mary again. They let a guy go. They let the guy they tipped the ball to go. You should have a body on everybody. It was insane, that finish.
Oh,
they scored. They got one onside kick. There was a penalty. Everything that could go wrong went wrong for them. It was literally insane.
Boise State.
And no one's even, it's not even on, if you just pull up ESPN football, it's not even mentioned that this game happened. The other one that it even happened.
There's an epic comeback.
It was the last game of the day. Okay. The last game of the day. Probably got over.
People were checked out. They were checked out at that point.
And then me and Schindler checked out at 30-10. We're like, that's it. We're done. And all of a sudden, yesterday at 3:30, I'm like, what the heck just happened?
That's amazing.
So the little things that happen
That
are
you
nuts,
miss.
but all the little stuff that happened that could have happened, the penalties, the egregious errors you make late in games that cost you and affect your entire season.
Yep.
Infect your entire season. Boise was still, even though they're having a very average year, they're 3-4. They were still undefeated in the league. Now they're not.
Oh.
Now they're 3-4. How's it going today? Not very good.
Not at
very
Boise.
good. No.
That's Bill's Thrills, things you may have missed. Football Facts Monday, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Top of the hour next, an early break at the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400. Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their pumpkin chai cream cheese, great with any bagel. Or have a pumpkin chocolate chip muffin. And of course, an apple pie dirty chai latte. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. Yet another Nebraska winter is looming, and you know you're going to need tires on your vehicle. Don't fret. They are all on sale now during the October Spectacular event at Graham Tire Company. Buy 3 Kumo tires and get the 4th tire free with the purchase of an install package. Save big on Goodyear, Hankook, Nokian, and more. Big rebates on select Goodyear tires that will double when you use your Goodyear credit card. It's their biggest sale of the year, and it's happening now. GrahamTireLincoln.com, getting you to the places that matter most.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts, and service teams are ready to serve you this planning season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank, member FDIC. Location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by early 2024. And Steve Schindler is fresh off a trip to the cabin. What's his special today?
So much time to spend time with that. Yeah. Blood drive. Doing a blood drive there in the bank. It's incredible. Yeah, right in the lobby. Yeah,
You're kidding.
Yeah. Nope, blood drive in the bank.
So they got to supply some food for strength.
They'll have cookies afterwards.
Okay.
They'll have snacks when they get done. And Sharon, my mom, will supply those. She was baking yesterday when I was at the house to see
chocolate
her.
chip.
Yeah, chocolate chip cookies she was baking. So Schindler's got a blood drive
He's
going
got a
today.
blood drive?
Yeah.
So he's got all the...
Yeah, he's on the board for Avera Hospital there. So he partakes in everything to promote the city of Creighton.
Does he have any... does he have a medical background?
He does not, but he actually is doing the...
He's administering?
He's administering at the time there.
Should people be concerned about this?
He should be slightly concerned, but he will be administering.
Can you find the vein pretty easily here?
So he's not in banker clothes today.
No, he's not. No,
he's like in a smock.
He's in a smock. Yes, he's that Steve Schindler, MD.
But his wife is not red everywhere.
Yes.
What does he have? Does he have one of those things that you check somebody's heart?
Yeah, what is that thing?
What is that, Jake?
If you listen to him,
telescope?
I don't know, not telescope.
What is that? Telescope. And I look at the stars here.
Is it a telescope?
It is something scope, though.
Yes, yeah. But every doctor wore one.
Help us out, text
Every
line.
doctor wore one around his neck.
Yeah.
Marcus Welby, MD, had one of those. He had also always.
I think it's stethoscope.
Stethoscope. He'd save your life just by pop. He just pop it on your ears.
Stethoscope.
So Schindler will have a stethoscope. Yeah.
Stethoscope. Should we also mention quick that Suzanne Summers died?
We need to do that.
R.I.P. Yeah.
77.
Yeah.
Great businesswoman. Thigh master.
Yeah. They ran the Thigh Master machine.
Think about the Thigh Master.
Yeah.
I guarantee she made a lot of money.
A lot of money off that. Absolutely.
Back in the day.
It help with fitness. It's incredible.
Suzanne
R.I.P. to Suzanne Summers. 77, you said?
Yeah,
77 years old. Passed away yesterday.
Very sad. I have something to bring up real quick.
Okay.
No,
So yesterday
take your time.
we had a few things going on. We were running around, and we took Sugar over to her vacation home, which is at Grandma's house. She loves going on.
That's where Bugs is at.
And
That's where Bugs is at.
Where's this house?
What's that? It'd be in.
You don't have to say exactly.
South Lincoln. South Lincoln. So we dropped her off over there. We had to go do a bunch of work things, kind of. Then we're like, you know what? Let's stop by this new Big Ten pub out there on 84th.
Great place.
And have something to eat and watch the end of the games.
Big Ten pub?
Big Ten Sports Bar.
So we stop in there, right? Now I have this is arrogant to say, but I kind of have an uncanny ability sometimes to predict what's going to happen. Like the other day we're watching a game in football because I've watched a lot of football.
Yeah.
The other day the guy was running for App State, and at the end of the game against Coastal Carolina, I go, and the play's going on. I go, he's going to fumble. Watch right now. Guy, boom, knocks it out. So my wife kind of believes in me. So we're watching the Jets game.
Watching
Eagles.
Jets
Eagles game. And these are 90-inch screen TVs right next to each other. Right to our left is the Tampa Bay game that they're against the Lions. So we're watching the Jets game right in the middle. I'm kind of periffing off to that one. So then we get to the end like that. That game's over. So they click over to the Jets game on that one also. But their feed is 20 seconds.
20
fast.
seconds. Yeah.
So I started going. I started making calls. I go.
Laura.
She goes, well, what do you think's going to happen? I go, I see the middle linebacker, 56, probably making a good big play right here. Boom, tackles it for no gain. She looks at me like, that's insane. I call everyone. I go, I'm feeling an interception by the Jets right now with a decent run back. She's losing her mind.
With a decent run back. This is a decent run back. Is amazing.
With a decent run back too. And she's just like, oh my Lord, this is incredible.
Come on, Laura.
I can't believe you're calling this stuff out. I called him out. I'm like, that's one, that's two. And I nailed everyone. And I didn't just say I think they run the ball. I described the play on what I thought was going to happen.
Right for 8 yards.
She was just like, but now remember the TV that's the feed earlier. It's only 6 inches over.
She couldn't right there.
It's right there. I wasn't looking across the field. It was right here.
It was the same thing at Buffalo Wings and Rings. It was the exact same thing.
It happens.
Yeah. I wasn't doing that with Alex, though. I wasn't calling out plays. I didn't have that. I should have.
She did look at the TV right next to it to know it.
She couldn't figure that out.
Finally, she's just like,
that's okay, Laura.
She's like, you son of a.
I wouldn't have figured it out either.
It was
big win by Jets.
Oh, Jets.
By the way, we'll get to NFL winners and losers tomorrow. But
Jets, the Eagles lost for the first time, right?
I've told you the Eagles have looked bad the whole year. They're 5-0. They have looked very average in their 5-0 start. They lose to the Jets. The Jets' top 3 cornerbacks were not playing in this game.
Oh God,
no Aaron Rodgers. Sauce Gardner was not playing, was he?
Oh, Gardner, I don't know.
I believe he was out.
Come on, you were watching.
No,
I believe he was out. I saw a tweet afterwards. Their top 3 cornerbacks. They had 4 available cornerbacks in the game, and 3 were out.
Really?
The top 3 were gone.
They only had 4 available.
They had a good pass rush. Zach Wilson was not good, but he was not horrible in the game. And they find a way to win. So defense.
Back to Bill. What did you have to eat?
I had the standard, if it's on the menu, the patty melt.
Patty melt's good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the patty.
It's a good idea.
Yes,
the Big Ten bar. I don't even know where this is.
84th and Highway 2. It's where Backyard Burgers used to be.
It's
same building.
It was a nice little setup. I was the TVs were very good.
That's Backyard Burgers is no longer.
It's been gone for 2 years now, if not maybe 3,
maybe 3,
at least 2.
I don't get down there very often to that.
It and the service was incredible.
Was it?
Yeah, the service.
It's a
was
sports
incredible.
bar.
Sports bar.
Yeah,
not a real big sports bar, which I enjoyed it, but it was very very nice.
You'd appreciate Sip. It's based out of Columbus. It's the second place. So
Columbus
has
Nebraska.
You're Columbus.
Really?
Yeah. Columbus, Nebraska, and this is the second version of it in Lincoln. So
is there one?
Shout out to Jeremy and the squad at Big Ten Sports.
Is there
Bar
one in Columbus?
Yes, the one in Columbus still exists. Still there. It is still.
Did we talk about Kaiser painting?
No, we need to.
In the FSPs?
We didn't do FSPs.
We need to.
I was going to do it at the end of the segment. We can do it right now. If
we can do it right now.
I'm good. Whatever you want.
No,
I'm good.
Do it.
Okay, let's do it quickly then. We have FSPs, Field Storming Possibilities, sponsored by Kaiser Painting. Again, if you are an experienced painter, they've got great benefits, great vacation time. KaiserPainting.com. You can apply for a job.
And
these are possibilities.
He became the largest painter in Lincoln, most accountable painter in Lincoln. He started out door to door, just walking door to door with a bucket of paint and a brush, just knocking on. Yeah, he did. Just knocking on. Yeah, bucket of paint and just like, I need to paint. If you pay me, I'll come in and paint it. That's how he started.
A bucket of paint.
Now he's got like 30. He's got 60 employees now. He started by himself with a bucket of paint.
Empire.
Yeah, an empire. Yes,
that is awesome.
Door to door. Incredible.
If someone showed up at my door with a bucket of paint, I'd find something. I'd just say, yeah, come in.
The
fence is fine. Just get the fence.
Get something.
Yeah.
It'd be incredible. He also told me that he also wanted to know if we were going to finance the $1,600. So he hired 2 guys, and I promised him $800 signing bonus cash.
See what we can do, Jay.
See what we can do with
Are
that.
they still doing that?
What's that? They're still doing that.
Are they?
$800
hiring bonus.
Hiring bonus. $800 cash.
$800 cash
on the site.
Yeah, and he also gives it to you in cash. You have to report it for taxes. Yeah, so it's good.
Or
you could run it through the app.
Is it Kaiser Painting or Kaiser?
Kaiser. K-A-S-E-R. Kaiser Painting.
Yeah, you want to reach out to them.
Literally was walking around with a bucket of
paint door to door. It's incredible.
What is the update on the FSPs, Bill?
Well, the one that was epic was Washington. I mean, they stormed the field like out of control. And the missed field goal that they missed, pushed it just right, went into the student section. So the students are watching this thing as it goes, and boom, they miss it. And then it's just epic. It was Washington. Washington was the winning side, but Oregon missed the field goal.
Yeah, Oregon missed.
So incredible finish for them.
It was an incredible crowd.
Yeah, it was. It was a great,
super loud.
Yeah, the crowd was just epic. It really was.
Yeah, it's
for watching the game.
Heated.
And then there ended up being some field storming at the Colorado State game, just because the finish was so good. There wasn't two great teams going at it or anything of that nature, but there was a great one because of how that game finished. That got some field storming situations.
So there's a field storm.
Yeah, field storm at that. But other than that, it wasn't a big.
I see another one? I thought I saw another one.
It wasn't a field storming day for at least the predictions that I had. There wasn't a lot of them. I know there was some mentions of it with the Washington one, but going into the week, I only pulled out 6 possibilities.
The Washington Washington one was pretty good.
The only one I didn't see the end of was Oregon State, UCLA to see if they potentially stormed. I don't think
Oregon State won 36-24.
Yeah, so I doubt that was
no
a storming. I doubt it was a storm. Even though they're dying to do it, they're ready to storm.
Notre Dame, no storm. Oh, did Notre Dame not storm? Oh, they did.
No. Did they?
Josh says they did. I'm not surprised.
Really?
They stormed.
They did. I called that one.
Because
that was on the list.
Yeah, you did say that.
That was on the list.
That was
there.
I think it was the
Was it a crazy storming, Josh, or just a couple random people? Because it was crazy storming. Okay, I've got to see that.
That was the first time that Notre Dame has won in that series, I think, in 5 years. I think in 5.
48-20. They blew them out. USC, rough go in that one.
Once again.
You mentioned Xavier Watts again.
Xavier Watts.
2 picks, a fumble recovery, a scoop and score, and another fumble force. An epic game for Xavier Watts.
Yeah, it was. Omaha Burke, senior. He's a senior now, and he had 15 tackles as a sophomore.
Heisman Trophy. Go ahead.
Then he had then he went pretty good as a junior, 21 tackles or something like that, 31 tackles. Now he's blossomed fully.
Oh,
Heisman Trophy. I would say right now, leader in the clubhouse has to be Michael Penix, right? In Washington, he is the leader right now, just past midseason.
It appears as if there's almost no chance that there's a repeat winner again.
Yeah, Caleb kind of lost that Saturday.
The only chance would be
3 picks.
If he came back and ran the table and they won the Pac-12, right back, absolutely. But it would take a lot for him to get back.
He could still do it. He could still do it, but it would be hard.
Because he's got so many big games yet to play.
God dang, his offensive line faltered in a big way.
His legs are incredible. He makes some plays with his legs to stay alive.
Oh, God.
Incredible.
Notre Dame did a good job of containing him, though. They did a good job on their pass rush of not letting him squirt out very often. Notre Dame looked really physical to me. Now, that's the thing about USC. Coming into the Big Ten, they're not physical enough. They're not as physical as Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State.
No,
they're not.
I have one FSP to report that is going to probably stun you.
Okay.
Thank you to the text line. I just confirmed this myself. The score of this game, this is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
We're going to FCS football. Yeah, we're going 1-0.
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going. You're going to the Dakotas.
North Dakota.
Yep, you're going to the Dakotas.
Beats North Dakota State 49-24. I repeat, North Dakota beats North Dakota State 49-24.
That's a head scratcher.
I can't believe this is at the end of the era for North Dakota State. They dominated for 15 years up there.
I don't know.
In the FCS.
That's amazing.
This is stuff. I did not see that score. 49-24. North Dakota stomps North Dakota State.
Remember, North Dakota State's also been beaten by South Dakota, the Coyotes.
Yeah, that's right. The Coyotes.
Not the Jackrabbits,
Ooh,
the Coyotes.
Yeah, something's not right.
Something's wrong at North Dakota State. Something's not right there.
Something's amiss.
There you go. Okay, 464-5685, call or text as always. So if you're curious about the opening line for Nebraska Northwestern on Saturday,
Nebraska Northwestern.
Huskers 10-point favorites. I think the show predicted that last week. Did we say 10 points was our prediction for that?
I believe so.
We said 8-12, I think was the number. So 10 was the game there. And if you're Nebraska again, can this team do enough to win a game by 10 points against Northwestern? And can they just do enough to win the games they're supposed to instead of finding epic ways to lose, which has happened in years past?
Listen, I don't think this will be easy. I don't think any of these games will be easy. I don't look at it like, I just can't believe that within the program, they would be taking anybody lightly. I just can't, how would you do that if you're a veteran player at Nebraska? How would you take someone like?
You can't. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
There should be no
coaching
reason to
staff won't. I mean, Northwestern did whoop on UTEP, 38-7. They did beat Minnesota. It's not hard to find instances where they were all right. Yeah, they struggled against Howard, but I don't think Northwestern is a joke.
By the way, okay, on this game, it was open at 10. Nebraska now, as of right now, is 13.5. It's jumped to 13.5 Nebraska.
But I don't think Nebraska can be overlooking Northwestern.
They shouldn't.
No.
This team beat you last year in Ireland.
Right.
They're only win of the season.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that part. I just think that they're just gonna have to scratch out points against anybody. They have to scratch out points. I mean, I know the weekend was long, but if you remember, they don't have that many guys on offense right now.
They don't.
They've lost 6 guys, 5-6 critical guys. So we'll see what they are able to scratch out. No, they ain't overlooking. They're not overlooking.
There's no way you can. No. We just pointed out last week that Nebraska has lost 7 of the last 9 years of the game right after the bye, which is terrible. I mean, again, it depends. The opponent obviously is dependent on that too. Are you playing a great team or a team that you should have beaten? But this is a team that Nebraska should beat.
Oh yeah.
On Saturday,
if
they stay healthy and don't make stupid mistakes throughout the game.
You don't know.
They're a better team than Northwestern.
Yeah,
both teams are 3-3. Both teams are off a bye. But it should be, as the line says, it should be advantage Nebraska.
The line says that.
It says 13.5 for the Huskers.
Yeah.
So
seems a lot. That seems like a lot. I wouldn't. There's no way I'd bet on Nebraska with that line.
I wouldn't either.
No way.
Would not either. Nebraska.
I could see 7, 10. 14's a lot.
Well, the offense is not moving the ball that well. And the defense has done very good things this year for Nebraska. And so you count on them to be hopefully dominant again like they were against Illinois in this football game. But we'll see how the week plays out for Nebraska health wise and where Northwestern where they're at health wise.
I don't know where Northwestern's at. I don't even know where they're at quarterback.
Matt Rule speaks today. Is that correct?
Yes, at 11:45.
Okay, we'll get an update from Matt Rule today
on various things.
Well, when we come back, I want to get to more on Washington, Oregon. That game was as good as advertised. When we look at next year, when that team enters the Big Ten, how do those teams fit in the Big Ten Conference? Discuss that next in an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840. When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Plungers and store-bought chemicals can only go so far and can harm your drains. Call the professionals at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical to get your drains flowing. We won't only make sure the clog is taken care of, but we will ensure your drains are completely clean so the clog will not come back. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air,
and Electrical.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Bure's Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I received an interesting text during the break. I think it's worth discussing at least. Could be a short discussion, but it's a good question. Someone says, regarding the rankings right now in college football, you had the big win for Washington over Oregon in the game Saturday. Someone says, is there a conversation for Washington being above their current rating of number 5? Could they be a top 2 team in the country?
Yes, because they have that signature win.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Oklahoma. Oklahoma's got a big signature win.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Georgia and Michigan don't.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a game where you go,
Michigan doesn't.
Well, who'd you beat? No, they don't. Michigan doesn't have one.
Mm-mm.
So I could see those teams being ahead of those.
I could too.
Just based off of that.
Yeah.
You can always go back and forth. The thing is now with it always takes care of itself. Right now, if you just looked at it and say, there's some good teams that'll be not in the 14 playoff. There'll be a couple good teams that are good enough to win it all
100
that won't be in it.
Yeah. 100.
That will happen.
Or maybe a couple in the Big Ten that won't be in it.
Possible. We get 3 teams in the Big Ten. I feel like they should all be playoff teams right now.
Huge game, Penn State, Ohio State.
It's 11 a.m. Wake up early.
You don't like that.
I don't hate it. I mean, that game does not.
11 a.m.
That game does not scream 11 a.m. in any sense of the world at all.
Of the world.
It's a top 10 matchup. Both undefeated. Why is it 11 a.m.? Big noon sucks.
No, I know.
Big noon sucks.
Why do they have it?
I don't like that.
Why do they have it?
Well, because Fox pays big money for that.
And they wanted that slot.
They wanted the slot.
They want the 11 a.m. slot, apparently, or
Forever,
noon Eastern time.
Forever CBS owned the 2:30 slot. And ABC, generally, ESPN owned the night game, the prime slot. That was how they did. This is when we're gonna flex.
Yeah.
Is during this time.
Yeah.
This is no shot to Nebraska Northwestern, but that game will start after that game is over. You're going to have Penn State, Ohio State leading things off, and then you have this game on Saturday in Lincoln. Well, that game's already happened. It's incredible. Probably should be an incredible football game. Ohio State.
Oh, God, it should be. It should be. And there is a lot of pressure.
When you watch Penn State, they don't have anything that just dazzles you.
Mm-hmm.
They also don't have, where's the weakness?
No weakness.
You don't see the weakness.
What's Ohio State's weakness?
They're not as dominant up front offensive line of what they've been. Mm-hmm. I mean, quarterbacks.
They're not.
Quarterbacks, they don't have a Heisman Trophy finalist at quarterback, but you have a very good quarterback. They've got great receivers. They have a lot of dudes. They really do. They've got a lot of dudes.
And that Stover, Cade Stover's a good tight end too.
Yes, they got but they just, if it comes down to just where nothing gets out of hand, I could see Penn State able to win the game just because they'll slowly squeeze it out of you. Now, if all of a sudden though it turns into a 17-3 game, Ohio State's up, they're not gonna have the firepower to give themselves back in.
What time's the pregame on?
Our pregame?
Yeah.
It starts at 11 a.m.
So 11. Okay.
11 a.m. So you can watch.
Start tracking that game.
You can do your first segment, and then you can watch the rest of the game as you walked over the stadium.
Yeah.
Track it over there. Be great.
I don't mind. I know I'm going to get double teamed here, but I don't mind the 11 a.m.
No, on the text line, Will says this: 11 a.m. games rule.
Yeah.
Not
sitting around all day for a night game is awful, says Will. So you've got company there. So.
It doesn't bother me. I mean, it doesn't. I don't have to play in it.
You're just covering it.
Yeah.
You're just watching it.
The energy in a night game is way better.
Way better.
It is, no doubt about it, especially for that game. Come on now.
It's huge.
We have not addressed this yet, and I'm curious your thoughts on this. There's one of the big storylines in this state over the weekend was Carter Nelson was visiting Notre Dame for the USC game. Current commit to Nebraska, Carter Nelson watched a 48-20 drubbing of Notre Dame of USC as they continue to go after him.
It's interesting.
As they should.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, I think Bill would. Good salesmen don't take no. Notre Dame's not taking no. I don't know I mean, who knows how serious the kid is? He had a huge ceremony in the gymnasium of Ainsworth High School. I don't know. It's recruiting. Who knows? He went up there with two other Nebraska kids, Rezak and Caleb Benning. So we'll see on that one. That's something to watch. And Kewan Lacey's recruitment is something to watch. Ole Miss is coming late on Kewan Lacey. Missouri's coming. But Florida's coming. Alabama's coming. The SEC's coming after him. So Nebraska's going to have to stiff arm those somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, they've always.
Yeah, Carter Nelson's a big story. It's a big story.
Well, like you said, it's until he's here on campus in a uniform, a jersey, he's still open, I guess.
Yeah, he went up there and saw that. That's he saw a lot, and he saw a Nebraska kid. He saw a Nebraska kid, Xavier Watts, take over the game basically. Anyway, we'll see what happens.
See what happens there. Before we get to the game show, I want to get back to Washington and Oregon. Okay, in terms of these teams, again, this is the last year they're in the Pac-12. They come to the Big Ten next year. Washington, Oregon, USC, UCLA. Mm-hmm. When you watch those teams play, in terms of you think about Big Ten, the fit for them both. Will they have any issue in year one fitting in this conference?
Right now, no, they have no issue. The issue next year will be a big difference though. Because both those quarterbacks are not there.
Yeah.
So right now, one of the things that makes them so special is the quarterback position, and that they've also got dudes up front They're not in bad shape on in the trenches. That's where the thing is different.
That's where you look at USC and go, hey,
USC
you better
is
fortify a little bit.
USC is not that. Those two teams are that. Even UCLA, especially defensively, are in the trenches very, very good. But will they fit? Yes, they'll fit. They'll fit in just fine.
How's USC's? Okay, now I watched probably a quarter and a half of Notre Dame USC. I didn't think USC's defense looked like it was. Like it looked like it has talent to me.
They're small.
Okay.
And just when you look at them, they don't look like an SEC team walking on the field. They don't look like a Big Ten team when they walk on the field. They don't look that way. Now,
Notre Dame does, by the way.
There was a ton of points given up in that game, and everyone's hounding the defense, and they should be. Not all on the defense. Notre Dame ran a kickoff back for a touchdown. They had
scoop and score.
They had some things, and also they were put in really bad spots. Right. So it wasn't.
I didn't think they looked that.
You don't come out of that game and go, "What happened?" Oh, the defense.
No, it wasn't that.
No,
it wasn't.
No, that's not true in this game. How it played out, but it's still it's a bad optic right now with how it looks. And Oregon's got a very tough schedule coming up. Who they have to play. Washington's not as difficult. Not as difficult because Oregon's got Oregon State. That's a tough game.
Civil War.
It just sucks that the Pac-12 is going away.
It's awful.
It is.
It's all. People can say, well, the upside is, well, look at the teams that are coming into the Big Ten.
Yeah,
just watch two teams that were incredible.
Yeah.
But I don't see it that way at all. I see that it sucks.
Look at the crowd at Oregon State the other day against UCLA. It was a great crowd.
It was a great crowd.
And then
the game last night. I mean, this one on I don't know. You don't have all the details. I just can't believe the Kleoff couldn't have held this thing together. Can you imagine?
You had momentum as a conference. You're doing well.
You imagine right now going like, no one wants to watch that TV. That's not true.
Not true at all.
It's not true.
It's not true at all.
Games
and
they're
good.
It sounded like they just. Now it wasn't just him. It's also the presidents because he's not the final. So presidents obviously turned some things down, but there was enough offerings there to hold the conference together. They tried to get better, and then it fell apart.
These teams are good too. They're good. Oregon State's a good team.
Good team. You don't want to play Arizona really bad right now. You really don't.
Nope.
You want to play Arizona? No, you don't.
It went 44-6 on the road in the Palouse.
And remember that they went to double overtime with SC the week before.
They did.
And the crowd at Washington is jaw-dropping. Now, that's a huge rivalry.
You've been there before.
Yeah. It was, I mean, obviously it's packed because it's a rivalry, but that is an incredible scene. It's going to be tough for Big Ten teams to go in.
To go there out there and play. And they'll recruit very well. Imagine trying to get a transfer quarterback to come to Washington. Not that hard right now. No. Okay, yeah, I can get on board with that.
Right.
How about going to Oregon? I can get on board with that. Yeah. So they'll replace very well. But those places both are. I mean, they have things going on.
They've got incredible receivers at Washington. It's not just Penn. I mean, Penix, their surrounding cast, the supporting cast at Washington is very, very solid.
A couple of his back shoulder throws that he made were just incredible.
Yep, Jake, you're right. He's the Heisman front runner.
He is. I think it's not even close. Like, who's number 2?
I don't know.
Is it Drake May? UNC?
Yeah.
Is he number 2?
That's a good choice. That's good.
Undefeated team. Good again against Miami. They win 41-31 this past weekend.
Yeah, Miami scored late. Miami, I'll give them credit. Now, Miami had their guys ready to play early. They played the first half was a great half. He had them ready to play, but that's just one of those. Once again, they're never going to recover from that not taking a knee. They're never going to recover.
Okay, speaking of that, I'm listening to the Dolphins game the whole way home on Sirius XM. The amount of times that the Dolphins broadcasters, Jimmy Cefalo and Joe Rose, were like laughing about, hey, maybe kneel the ball here, Dolphins, kneel it. They're just taking shots at the Hurricanes the whole time. The whole time. Joe's like, come on, Jimmy. Easy, Jimmy here. Stop taking shots.
Cefalo.
Like, yeah.
You remember Cefalo?
I remember. Oh, absolutely. It was 87 or 87 anywhere.
I don't know for sure.
Maybe.
He's the play-by-play.
He is?
87 or 86.
Wait a second. Cefalo's the play-by-play guy?
Not a huge fan.
You're not?
Why not? Not a huge fan. I'd like you guys to listen to different play-by-play samples and then listen to him. It just
you text us yesterday that Fangio's a fraud. We have that text.
Well,
That's a weekly text.
We have the weekly
Here's what happened.
Weekly text.
When things go badly, I get texts from you guys and other friends of mine.
Farley.
I did not.
Farley.
Farley, I didn't hear from him yesterday. No text from Farley. But Dolphins are down 14-0, and I see a predictable text from Bill saying, "Hey, Jake, what's going on with the Dolphins?" I said, "Well, Fangio's a fraud." I was upset.
I saw that.
Now, I was not concerned because the offense is explosive.
Jake does a lot of emotional texting.
Yes, he does.
He does a lot of emotional
And tweeting.
Tweeting, emotional.
He knows that.
He knows that.
I mean, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
This is
I didn't even break my stride when I saw that. I just figured Dolphins are going to win, and it just looks ridiculous.
I did too. I just thought I would throw it out there because I wanted to see. I know that Jake.
You knew it was going to happen.
I knew he was driving. I knew he was furious.
I
was listening the whole time.
NFL was good yesterday. I mean, it's amazing that San Francisco went.
Well,
down.
I mean, yes,
missed field goal, a layup field goal.
Yeah, 43 yards, straight on. Jake Moody pushes it right. See it.
Moody, he's
hey,
good
both teams that were undefeated lost. So pop the champagne in Miami. Undefeated San.
Oh yeah,
this is early. This is week 6.
Yeah,
the champagne's popped. It's early for the celebration there in Miami.
Cleveland. How about Cleveland
with their third string quarterback?
God, PJ Walker.
No Deshaun Watson. No Thompson Robinson. The guy.
So they went with PJ Walker.
PJ Walker, who was a cast off by the Panthers from last year.
I was wondering where he was.
The 0-6 Carolina Panthers cast him off, and now he's a champion.
And that's Kevin Stefanski, right?
Kevin Stefanski. Yep.
Browns.
Big win for the Browns. They'll be certainly in a winner column tomorrow for NFL winners and losers.
Okay, we won't blow that.
Yeah. It is time, though, to play the game show. Give us a call right now, 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's topic is college football running backs this season. Tell me what teams these guys play for. These are all guys who are having good seasons. So
I don't feel good about that. I'm not very up to date.
Well-known teams, big teams, and guys playing well. College running backs.
I'm not up to date either.
464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
And a breaker walk by there. Thanks to the wave to the breaker.
Yes.
464-5685. Call the takedown sip. By the way, Josh says you are 15-14.
Did you lose Friday?
He did. He was by himself, though.
Yeah, I think I got smoked.
It was.
I can't remember that. I can't remember Friday.
No, you made it to the tiebreak. You had a bad guess. I think on Seth Rogen's agent wanted to say something like that.
Or I had a good guess. I just missed it.
That's right. He played well. He played a good game, and he lost the tiebreak. It was not a bad loss.
How old do you think Rogen is?
Seth Rogen.
How old? Do you know who Seth Rogen is?
44.
Oh my God.
He's 43.
He's 43.
Yeah, pretty good guess there, Bill.
Yeah. Really good guess.
Okay, we've got Andrew. Andrew, how do you feel about college football running backs this year?
Oh, man, I feel great. You guys are going down.
Oh, boy.
Whoa. Very
That's confidence right there.
He must.
Very confident.
Does he have a fantasy team? Is that what
he might. If he does, you're really screwed then if that's the case. That means he's watching closely.
I don't have a fantasy. Bill, do you have a fantasy team?
No, I do not.
All right.
I have no idea I'd even do that.
Bill is a lifeline for SIP for one question, as always. Andrew, first question to you. What team does running back Jonathan Brooks play for?
Never heard of him.
Jonathan Brooks. Oh, my gosh. Man, you gave me a hard one right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you did make the comment that you felt really good about this, so just a little pressure on.
Man, I know.
Yeah, interesting. 5.
Oh, wow.
4.
Bill's starting to count. I'll start. 5, 4, 3, 3.
Iowa State.
Wait a second.
No, not Iowa State. If you don't know it, I'll just skip it.
Just where he played college?
Where he's at right now. These are all current college running backs.
Oh, current college. I think it said NFL.
It never said NFL.
Wait a second.
At all.
Jonathan Brooks.
I have no idea.
Jonathan.
Just
hold on.
Just pass for crying out loud.
You didn't know the question was pro or college.
What is it?
Texas.
Ooh.
Texas.
No, didn't know that one.
Texas running back there.
Yeah, no
Must
idea.
be pretty good, though.
Okay, SIP. First question, 0-0 tie. Hello, Breaker. Walking by. What team does Damian Martinez play
I do
for?
know this one. I'm pretty sure I know.
Go ahead.
Do you know?
No, I have no idea. You have to guess. So
that's Damian Martinez. God, now hold on. It's between two for me.
5 seconds.
My first thought was I think I might go with my first thought.
5.
No, hold on.
4. The countdown stops for no one. 3.
I know you don't have to stop it.
2.
I'm gonna go Okie State.
Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Andrew, do you want that question or not?
Yes, sir. He's an Oregon State Beaver.
Yep, Oregon State, not Oklahoma State, but Oregon.
Same uniforms.
Yep, they're very similar. Okay.
OSU.
For the win, Andrew, up 1-0. Last question. What team does running back DJ Giddens play for?
I should know that.
You're giving me hard ones.
He's thinking. I can hear him thinking.
These are hard ones.
These are all guys in the top 20 of rushing in college football.
Are they?
All of them.
Start the countdown.
5 seconds here, Andrew. 5, 4.
Man, Marshall.
Marshall.
Interesting guess.
Great guess.
Interesting guess. Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'd probably tell you to pass, Sip.
Pass.
That'd be Kansas State replacing Deuce Vaughn there. Kansas having a good year. Pretty good year.
How'd they do on Saturday?
They won, I believe.
I told you an interesting story about that.
You did. Oh, yeah, the 5
Oh, that's right.
5 touchdowns.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Okay, Sip for the tie. Bill is in play. Use him here, please. Down 1-0.
Okay.
What team does running back Bucky Irving play for?
The Bucky with a B.
Bucky with a B.
I'll spell that. I'm trying to think how I should spell Bucky.
I was trying to buy time. I was trying to buy time. Trying to buy time.
Is that
Irving with an I or a B.
Is it a U? Is it a U for BU, Bucky? Yeah. You spell it out for me, please.
Jake, these are hard. Bill, you want to just go ahead and guess. Oh.
Well, Andrew already wins if you missed it anyways. It's up.
Yes.
Say it again. Bucky Irving.
Bucky Irving is the running back.
Think about it. Make a guess.
I got it here. I think I know exactly where it is.
5 seconds, Bill. The countdown stops for no one. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Mississippi State.
Ooh.
He is an Oregon Duck. Bucky Irving is an Oregon Duck.
I must not have paid real close attention to the game.
Must not have.
Is he the one who powered in?
I think so.
That it was a great run down.
I don't know
in the
for
red
sure. I just
zone.
know he's an Oregon Duck. He's one of the top 20 rushers in college football this year.
Okay. All right.
Things you may not have noticed either. 4th and 6 before halftime. Kick the field goal. Oregon. Kick the field goal. Take the 3. Go down 1.
All right. Well,
head scratcher.
Andrew, congrats with your bagels. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road.
Jeez.
Nice win. He called that one.
You bet we will. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Andrew. He's going to enjoy those bagels.
15
All right.
and 15.
Back to 500. Back to 500.
It just seems like there's a lot of pressure.
All right.
now.
Let's see if Bill can keep his excellent streak alive
I'm for
of
it.
great guesses on the tiebreaker. Bill, here's the question. Troy's Kamani Vidal leads the country through 7 games in rushing yards. How many yards does he have through 7?
1,196.
Sip.
Wait a second.
He's through 7 games. He leads the country in rushing.
7 games.
Mm-hmm.
Under.
That would be under. Yes, 951 yards.
All right. Well, good job.
So
good job by Andrew.
Congrats to Andrew.
Bad job by us.
Yes. There's always tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
And you're not under 5. You're just 500. You're not under.
I wasn't
you're
locked in at all. It's like I showed up for the game, not ready to play. I need to tomorrow. I'll show up ready to play.
We got some response before we get to this break in the spillover.
Great.
This goes back to before the game show. I was talking about listening in the car.
Yes.
To the Dolphin.
Yeah.
I had NFL radio on for 5 hours in a row.
Do your parents did it
Well,
snap?
actually, I had the Dolphins game specifically on, and then I was rotating after that. Someone says, Joel in Wisconsin says, Jake, your poor family had to deal with you in a car listening to the Dolphins for 3 hours. You're right, they did.
How
but
are
they won
you?
the game.
Oh, you had to be.
Are you talking?
You had to be mad
Oh,
too.
I was quiet when they were down 14-zip. I kind of give one profanity quietly.
Did you?
But no,
like one of the
it's a
bad
good thing
ones?
I was driving, because then I was focused on the
Focused.
road. If I was not driving, I'd be really out of bounds here.
So they end up winning comfortably.
42-21. There's a pick 6 by Mike White, the backup quarterback. I
You beat
I did yell at that one. So come on.
Do that again.
Come on!
That's good. That's good. So
Well,
they beat the Panthers.
And they covered the 14-point spread in doing so. Won
In
by
Miami,
21.
on a sunny
Good teams
day.
win, great teams cover. Miami Dolphins,
I'll tell you
5-1.
one thing about the Dolphins that you don't see on the radio. They have incredible touchdown celebrations.
It's because they have to celebrate. They're in the end zone so often. They can't just it's very common.
They're very.
They got to be prepared at all times.
Hill took a fan's cell phone and did a backflip with. He just grabbed the cell phone from the fan and did a backflip. They have a very elaborate
Life of the party.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
They're having a good time.
We're
What
having a good
are the
time.
odds if we put on full football gear and try to do a backflip?
No chance.
Where would
How about
we break
without
our neck?
How
Yeah,
about without
yeah.
football gear?
We would
Yeah.
hurt ourselves.
It'd be bad.
Someone
Yeah.
would die.
You have a
Someone would
beard.
die.
You have a full-fledged beard.
It's no
Spillover
shave October
next,
12th
really-
to 16th.
On the ticket.
It's really disconcerting.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Chances are you're a busy person. Chances are you'd rather not drive down to Beatrice for your favorite desserts. Chances are you'd really benefit from a Lincoln location for all of your fruitcake, liqueur cake, and breakfast bread needs. Insert Beatrice Bakery in downtown Lincoln. 1040 O Street, the new 93.7 The Ticket Studios. Just grab a cake out of the cooler, pay at the counter, and you're headed home with the delicious, fruity, nutty, decadent treat of your choice. Beatrice Bakery, online at beatricebakery.com or now in downtown Lincoln at 1040 O Street.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we know no two cases are the same. Whether it's a DUI, a criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover with Raf and AD, sponsored by South Point Medical and Aesthetics. Gentlemen, good morning. Hope you enjoyed your bye weekend, your off weekend, watching some football, NFL, college ball.
Did you guys do that? Did you watch your film? Did you watch your film?
Oh yeah, it was a good weekend of football. Good weekend of football.
Raph?
Yeah, I watched a lot of football. Saturday, Sunday. I don't think I left the couch.
You got to have a big couch.
It's gotta be a big couch. It's not a love seat. It's not a love seat. You said not a love seat.
That's your first thought is the couch is massive. I love it.
What a couch.
I love it. My
What a couch you must have.
I think it's big. It's got to be extra long.
I enjoyed that Iowa game probably the most. I mean, I just wondered.
Can you enjoy that game?
Yeah, I could. I know. People kept saying how awful it was. I didn't see it that way. I was wondering if Wisconsin could come back and make it happen.
And they didn't. They threw it 50 times in the cold and wind of Wisconsin and ran it 28 times.
I give Iowa. I mean, I texted you. I said that
He
is
did. He texted me about
I
this.
like Iowa. I like the way
I'm
they
reading
play.
this text on the air. It's concerning. It's concerning for
how much you loved Iowa.
It's not concerning.
I got to find it here.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the way they play.
He said Saturday at 6:26 p.m. I receive a text from Steve Sipple. It says, "I am an Iowa fan."
I like the way they play.
Yeah, not me. I'm reading what he said. He says, "I'm an Iowa fan."
I like the fact that the Ferentz family digs in and gets to 6-1.
They're 6-1.
Gets to 6-1.
6-1 and favored in all the rest of the games.
All the heat on. All the heat. They go to Madison and do something none of us predicted.
Right.
Nobody. Hardly anybody would have predicted.
And then I seen this morning where Tanner Mordecai broke his hand against Iowa.
Yeah.
Hit it on the helmet.
He didn't play much of the game. He only played the first half. He played the whole first half?
Almost the whole first half. Yeah. It was right at the end of the second quarter.
Broke his hand.
Yeah.
He rolled right and hit a guy's helmet on a follow. Happens. It happens. He's out.
I'm just shocked that they bring in the backup, a freshman, and he threw it 30 times.
Redshirt freshman.
He literally threw it 30 times. He was 15 for 30.
Wow.
I was in Wisconsin during this, and I told the weather sucked.
Jake was in Milwaukee.
The weather sucked, and they kept throwing the ball.
Jake was in Milwaukee.
How was Milwaukee, man?
It was good. I told you guys, I think a few weeks ago, I was at the bar that they say if the Jets lose, your drinks are all free because they hate Aaron Rodgers.
In Milwaukee?
Yes, because it's the Aaron Rodgers thing.
Yeah, that's some dysfunctional.
It's called
dislike,
Jack's.
isn't it?
It's called Jack's American Pub. It's a great bar. It was an awesome bar. Great place. Double decker bar is sweet. Tons of it was a packed place for the Badger game. But there's a T-shirt that shows Aaron Rodgers basically like dead on the ground. It says Jets lose, free booze. God, those people.
It
was kind of dark.
Yeah, that's harsh.
I sent Bill a couple pictures of it. He's like, this place looks incredible. Like, it's a cool bar. It's a cool place. Yeah. But the weather was not, one that you want to pass the ball 50 times, and they did.
Jets lose, we booze.
Yeah,
Or free
Jets
booze.
Jets lose, free booze for the fans.
That's a pretty good deal.
Wow.
Until yesterday. That'll be a tough one for the Badgers to recover from.
Yeah.
It is.
Mordecai, how long is that for the season? Then broken hand? Is that...
It says unknown future, unknown timeline.
Braden Locke is not. He's just okay.
He's a guy.
He's just a guy. He's 6 foot. He's a littler guy. They don't have much at receiver either. It's not like they got to hand the ball more.
Malusi's out for the year, right?
Malusi's out. They have Allen obviously, but
injuries are across the board heavy.
Yes,
right.
I know Nebraska has theirs. But just
there's
look
others.
across.
Yep.
Iowa's missing both starting tight ends
and a starting quarterback.
Starting quarterback is out. Same thing. Wisconsin starting
100.
quarterback is out. So
it's a game of attrition.
Everyone is all beat up.
And Sip, you have a problem with Braylon Allen right now, the running back.
Takes himself out of games too much. He did it against Nebraska last year. Checking out.
He had 17 carries for 86 yards in the game.
It's fine. They should have ran him more.
Gone. Come on, Ches is gone. You got to carry the load.
I don't know if you can run him more. I mean, Fickle might say, look, he's checking himself out. I can't run him 25 times.
Well, you look at Iowa's remaining schedule. I know you guys talked about it. Minnesota, Northwestern, Rutgers, Illinois, Nebraska. I mean, it's not an easy stretch.
Who's that?
That's Iowa. They got Minnesota this week.
Wait a second. They win that.
They got Northwestern at Northwestern.
They're 8-1.
They got Rutgers at Rutgers.
Should win.
That's tough, though. That's tough.
Rutgers beat Michigan State this past
It's tough. That'll be
Rutgers
tough.
home, Illinois home.
Oh, Rutgers home. Illinois home. God, you're looking at
and then at Nebraska.
See, I think they're looking at 11-1 or 10-2. I mean, Nebraska could beat them.
You don't think Iowa beats Minnesota?
I think they do. I think they do.
Minnesota's down.
I think they beat Minnesota. I think they beat Rutgers. I think they beat Illinois, Northwestern. I mean, Nebraska's going to be a toss-up game.
I think Illinois is a toss-up game.
Well, because they came back to life.
I think Illinois is a toss-up game.
They came back to life with a surprising win at Maryland. I mean, no one in this room saw that coming.
Way surprising.
There's no way I saw that happening.
We all said there's no chance.
No.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you go to sleep at the wheel.
They did.
They did. They went into Maryland was just like, we got Illinois. Imagine watching that game film. You're like, well, this is horrible. This is horrible to watch. They can't get a first down.
Yeah. Maryland's got a bye week now.
How
about that bad bye week?
Maryland, yeah.
I think Maryland does have a bye week.
Pretty sure
Maryland is off this week. Yeah, they don't play. They need a bye week after that.
And Maryland still got Penn State and Michigan left, right?
Do they?
Here's Maryland's remaining schedule again. They are now 5-2, 27-24 loss to Illinois. They have the bye. Then they are at Northwestern next week. So that's hopefully a get-right game. But again, Northwestern beat Minnesota in a big comeback earlier. Then they host Penn State. Then they're at Nebraska. Then they host Michigan. And then they're at Rutgers.
Not tough.
So
they got a tough schedule, man.
Yeah, anytime you're on that east side and you have to play those three teams it's like your Indiana, your Rutgers, your Maryland. It's like, well, what are your tough 3 games? Well, we got 3 on our side that are brutal. And so it's really, really tough. Really, really tough.
There's a lot of football to be played still, man.
I know.
I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of football to be played.
There'll be weird stuff that happens.
Yep.
There'll be weird stuff. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of weird stuff. There's going to be teams. There's going to be several times I didn't see that one coming. Didn't see that happen.
And that Maryland, Illinois was one of those for sure.
That was a stunning game.
Where's the Minnesota-Iowa game at? That's at Iowa.
Yeah.
That'll be a little harder there for them to be able to get that done.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shock that to be that. That'll be a great game. Just remember, Purdue took him right down to the wire. Iowa took him right down to the wire, and then so Iowa always has the difficulty is that they're used to being in all the close. They're comfortable when it's close, but when you're close, you're also on the teeter of one air,
susceptible
of something.
Very susceptible
all the time because that game it's going to be tight. No way at halftime you go, oh, it's over. Nope. Could be 0-0.
Yeah, that's why I was interested in that game because I kept thinking, okay, Wisconsin, you're only down 3, you're only down 6. You come on.
In the past,
get something going.
In the past 2, they haven't passed for over 100 yards in the last 2 games, have they? Iowa total.
Iowa had they had 34 yards passing.
I think they had like 34 the game before.
Their offense was.
They can't.
I don't know what they're going to.
I've never heard of that stat before versus anyone. If you took, let's see who at that Nebraska Wesleyan against Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I'm saying in 6 drives they can get more than 3 yards.
Yeah, I agree.
More than 3 yards. They went 6 drives
with a total of 3 yards.
Brock
3 yards.
Was freaked out by it.
I mean, how does that even? I mean,
I've never.
That team won.
You can't even imagine that. You can't imagine.
No.
That. There's no chance. There is no chance that UNK doesn't get 3 yards.
Right. 3.
Just
that's why
you hit one slant route, you win. One slant route, and 3 routes.
They managed it well. The Iowa coaching staff managed that game exceptionally.
So I have the series here we're talking about. Yeah. This is the drives we're talking about with Iowa going against 6 drives of 3 total yards. This was starts off with 3 plays, -4 yards.
Oh man.
Then they start 3 plays, -4 yards, then 3 plays, -2 yards.
Okay.
3 plays, 2 yards. 3 plays, 2 yards. 3 plays, 3 yards. 3 plays, 2 yards before they finally got a field goal on a 6-play, 28-yard drive.
That Drew Stevens, he hit some piss lasers.
Lasers.
Whoa.
Have you ever heard
All
that?
right, and then, let's wrap up.
He did. That dude. I mean,
I was going to hear, see it.
Things got really weird.
So if Iowa goes 11-1 and they don't average 25, is he's
that?
fired for sure?
No.
No.
I don't.
First of all, he's not fired. It was just grounds to be fired.
Grounds. Oh, okay.
He was never. It's never that he had to. He was fired if he didn't make it. It was, and I believe it was that the contract would have been that he was done. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but like there wasn't even like an additional year on his contract.
Okay.
They could let him go at that time without
they
that.
could if they want to.
But now that's never going to happen. So I'm telling you right now, if I'm Iowa, they're at the fan base. They're loving it. They're just like,
I think so.
They're like, this is kind of fun. This is kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
Like we said before, Raph and AD, right now, if Nebraska was 6-1 and they just went 6 series with 3 yards, there'd be a parade still. The parade would still be going on.
Yeah.
6-1 and looking at a slam dunk to make the not slam dunk, but they have obviously they have the percentage odds of them being in the championship game is really high. Also, if they for some reason won all of them, and I don't think there's any way they can, because something's going to happen.
Yeah.
But let's just say they did. Then they're 60 minutes away from the college football playoff. If they win the championship game, they're going to the playoffs.
They're crazy good on special teams, by the way.
Well, in defense.
That's LeVar Woods, man.
Defense,
and defense as well. You think about if Iowa, first of all, I can't say what if they're 6-1. So, but you could imagine if they just had a decent offense, what they'd be doing.
Well, that's
but
what
they're
people
still
are
6-1. So I mean, they're getting it done with the mess they've got. That's the bottom line.
The only way I can defend it is they started running the ball late in that game. You saw Kirk Ferentz pull his boy aside, Brian, and he was saying something to him, and I think he said, "Just keep it over the garden center," and that's what they did. They're running LaShawn Williams straight up the middle. And they got, if you look at the stats, they got it going late.
Yeah, they weren't doing anything fancy. They were just running the ball right at
them. They decided to dig
We're just going to run the ball right at you.
Yeah, that's where I started going, okay, all right.
And that's the traditional Iowa team.
Yeah.
We're going to run the ball right at you.
It wasn't like they didn't do anything on offense. They were hammering it at Wisconsin. They were.
15-6, Iowa wins.
And that LaShawn Williams had an 82-yard run
early on.
Yeah,
he did.
He's going to finish. He's going to finish like 50 points under his number.
And they're going to go 11-1 or 10-2.
The drive for
at the worst
9-3,
right?
He's going to get like 275.
Yeah, Kirk Ferentz this is a great coach.
He's a wizard.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
He's a wizard. That's it for us. The Drive with Raph and AD is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Gain weight every day, and it's not good. You may think there's a magic pill that can fix you. There isn't. Limitless Male has found that the